Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Cab Crew Wednesday live. And tonight I have got AJ with me, weathering with AJ, and he's going to be doing some weathering tonight for us. And maybe later on the show, I'll throw up in a link, and we can get a bunch of other people up here to help AJ weather that car up there. But for the time being, I'm going to say hello to everybody. So we've got Schuylkill River Valley. Hello, John. We've got Trackside Mike. Hey, Trackside Mike. We've got Wigwag Workshop. And we got Aussie America Model Railroading. Hello, Artie. And I think I saw Boxcar Jerry. How you doing, brother? And I saw Mom and Train Sons Rail fans. Good evening. I also said, see Lynn McCurdy. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? So, so I want to start off by giving a couple shout outs. So I received in the mail. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make myself big. So I received a beautiful card in the mail with a beautiful rainbow on it. And let me open it up. And it says, Dear Darrell, wanted to let you know you are a star in our community. Tammy and Ray, Mom and Sons Rail fans. Tammy and Ray, thank you so very much for this beautiful card. And also, what I received with that beautiful card was a nice blue star. Now, I haven't figured out where I'm going to put it, but it's definitely going to go on the Christmas tree at Christmas time. But for the rest of the year, I'm going to actually put it someplace special. So, and then let me say hello to Bubs031. How you doing, buddy? And we've got Pappy. Hey, Pappy. And we've got Curly Express that just popped in. And oh, hey, we got Connie from the Dragon Lover 68. Hi, Connie. And welcome. And so now let's get to the cookie. Okay, so everybody likes to do the cookie thing. Okay, so um, the first one in was actually Train Man 1. Okay, he was the actual first one who came into the live stream. And when I posted it, actually he was pretty quick. So so actually, Train Man 1, I got you a cookie. Hey, Mystic Railroad, you're gonna get to watch me eat it. Mm,
Oh man.
mm, oh, mm, that is so good. Mm. Wait a minute, I'm not done yet. Mm. Hey, AJ, you want some?
Yeah, I want some. Let me get a bite.
All right, brother. Okay, let me bring up AJ.
What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing?
Yes, Bubs. Yeah, yes, it is. It is a. Where'd you go? I lost you. Yeah, that is a white pass. Okay, the story on this hat is I had a dear friend who went on a Alaskan cruise, and he loves trains too. So he didn't tell me that he was going to take a train ride on the Canadian Pass. So while he was up there, he got me this hat. So, and I know he's watching. He just doesn't chat. So, but in any case, yeah, it's a really cool hat. Thank you for noticing that. Train man, there you go, brother. There's your cookie. It's half gone. I'm going to eat the rest of it right now. Mmm. 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 Oh, smells good too. The chocolate chip is just out of this world. Mmm. 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 Mm, that was good. All right, AJ, what do you got for us today?
All right, everybody. We got a ACF center flow pressurized hopper car right here. This is one of two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm gonna do, but today we're only gonna be doing one. We're gonna do some small tags. We're gonna do some light weathering. We're gonna be doing the roof and both the sides, and then we're gonna call it a night.
All right, you heard it. So AJ is going to start weathering. So what I'm going to do, I also saw Jason the train freak in here. Hey Jason, how you doing, buddy? Jason is on vacation with his family. And I'm sure he's having a great time. Hey, John Beniki, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for being here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up AJ on the big screen, and if anybody has questions as he's going along, great. And other than that, I'm going to be out of the picture. Y'all saw me eat the cookie, so that show's over with.
All right.
There you go, AJ. You have got the full screen, my friend.
Awesome. Great. All right. Cool. So what we're gonna do first is usually people would make a wash out of acrylics or oils, and that's not the case. Today we're gonna be using some of this pigment right here that I bought. This pigment is carbon black, and we're gonna be using this to bring out some of the details that you can't really see too much. Now, how this works is you're just gonna gently
Here,
get
hold on, AJ. Here, hold on, AJ. Well, thank you, Dwight. I really appreciate that. Thank you, really. That I really appreciate that $5 sticker. Can I buy some of those cookies? They look homemade. Actually, they're not homemade. They're actually made here in Southern California. They're Stater Brothers brand. they were really they're like one of my favorite cookies. They're really really good. Dwight, thank you so very much. I appreciate that, brother. So go ahead there.
So we're gonna get like a makeup brush, something soft, and you're just gonna go against the sides very gently, side to side, just like
Hey
that.
Les.
You're gonna be able to see some of the some of it coming up on the screen right here. You see this right here? You can definitely take that off as well. We're gonna be taking some of this off too. It also kind of replicates scratches as well. That's what I really like about this one as
Now
well.
what is that you are using?
It is. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's this right here.
Okay, Vallejo pigments.
Yeah, there you go. Carbon black. You can buy this. I got mine at Hobby Lobby.
Okay, trackside Mike, how you doing, brother? Uh,
Yeah, so we're just highlighting some details here. You can definitely see how those panels came out.
yeah, I can see the color change on them.
All right. And then you don't need too much too. Like that's really it. We're gonna do for that. All right. So now the next step is we would get probably lighter. No, we'll just use a darker burnt umber for our oil.
So Lynn says, AJ, something I've noticed about AJ's work, at least the car I bought from him, his layering also gives it texture.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Yes, 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 very much. So we're actually gonna use burnt sienna as it is a little bit lighter for rust. and we're going to be using that for the top right here. Now, with this, you're also going to have to, or you don't have to, but I would recommend getting this one right here. It's like it's an oil. So you would put it on the oil paint and streak it down. Now, before we do any of that as well, you're going to want to put the first layering, which is going to be an acrylic. It's going to be like rust spots. We're going to use small rust spots. And for that, we're going to be using earth brown. And you can get this acrylic paint anywhere. But we're going to be using earth brown for today, just to replicate some small details. So,
Hi, Ian. Thank you for coming in.
there we go.
Imagine what?
My brother's in the background.
That's okay, AJ. We like a little family entertainment.
Yeah, you're probably gonna hear them screaming or something a little bit.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I think this is the question. John from Mystic Railroad says going sideways with the wash collects the paints on the vertical frame. I would believe. I would believe yes. AJ.
Collects the on the vertical frames. I would believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Hey, Waycross Train Spotter. Good evening.
Okay. So now we have a small scratch right there. These get scratches all the time.
Pappy. Stormy who?
So now with the acrylic, we're gonna be just adding small rust spots along the side of the car.
So now you're just like you said, you're adding the rust spots.
Yeah.
And what was that? That is it an acrylic?
Yeah, it's an acrylic. So with the acrylic, you would be able to take some off as well with with like a blade or a
Okay.
sharp like like I use this like an X-Acto blade to just take
Oh,
some off.
that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, mom and son's trains rail friends. AJ, do you have a plan going into the weathering or just wing it as you go?
Well, the plan is to get it to look like um a prototype. So I have next to me a computer and I'm on Pinterest and I found this hopper car that I'm replicating it off of. So if you want it to look realistic, I would highly suggest basing it off of a photo of a car in real life or the actual car in real life.
Well, there you go. Artie from Awesome America Model Railroading says next time I buy cars from the U.S., I will have them shipped to AJ to weather them before they arrive here. That's right, Artie. They will arrive here right in my front doorstep. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Cool beans. Right. Now
Okay,
you can
we got
see.
another question. John Beniki. AJ, do you follow a photo of the actual car?
Sometimes I would follow a photo of the actual car, but in this case, I'm using a different photo of a different car, but the same type. Like I wouldn't do a box car, look at a box car, and then reference the weathering on the box car to a hopper car. No, you would have to stay in within the same hopper car family or whatever. You know.
Artie.
All right.
Well, good evening, CNCP Great Lakes Division. Welcome and thank you very much for being here. This is, oh, good. You can home deliver them to me, Daryl. Laugh out loud. You're probably right. So Randall says, in other words, might not be a good idea to ship that B&O E8 I picked up for you to Daryl, Artie. Here you go, Randall.
All right. So now we got the rust spots all over the car. It's looking good. We have a scratch on it already, and that's really gonna be it. It's not too much. Um, it's also not too little, which is perfect. This is
Yeah.
exactly what we're going for. All
Good
right.
evening, Ohio Steam and Steel. Dirk, how you doing, brother?
So now I'm going to get some oil from this oil that I'm using, and if you guys don't know what oil I'm using burnt sienna.
I got to give a shout out there. Stormy Sky, thank you very much for that $5 super sticker. Thank you very, very. Maybe next time we can get the cookies laugh out loud. Maybe. Okay. Thank you so very much for that. That was really much appreciated. I really appreciate that. There is going to be a topic later on because I don't know how long AJ is going to be up. Not that we're trying to get rid of you, AJ, but I'm sure a lot of the channels got wind of what YouTube is doing for creators that are 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. Everybody, all you folks are going to be able to go to monetize, but not a full. It's a soft monetize. And actually, if I wasn't monetized before, I would have just taken this deal and not worried about the advertisement. Because really, to be honest with you, channels like mine, I mean, I do okay on it, but it's not really. It just doesn't generate enough money. So I applaud YouTube for bringing down their standards for so you can do what is it? You can do merch. You can do other things for your channel. I think that's a great thing that YouTube did. Hey, Corey. Welcome in, Corey.
Okay. So we added the oil onto the car. And it looks like a mess. I know. But we're going to get another brush and we're going
Now
to use what I told you.
that streak, that looks really good. That streak right there, that streak. It looks really good.
What do you mean? Which one?
The one just above the ACFX
This one
letter.
right here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. All
Now,
right.
just to let everybody know, I sent AJ a box of 12 cars. And this car he's weathering right now is actually one of my cars that he's weathering. So just to get a little invitation. Wow, look at that. Now that's oil, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's oil. So if you do try this on one of your own cars and and you don't really like how it's coming out, you can always just um, kind of like erase it because it's oil. It doesn't dry as fast.
Okay. Yeah, Pappy, I hear you. I've had discussion with other folks, and you're absolutely right. Really, you are. It's it's a good gain for them and them alone, for sure. But at the same time, it does help little channels grow. Um, let me see here.
I'm gonna get some on this.
Well, hi, Dave. Crooked River and Eastern Railroad. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for coming in, my friend. I know it gets late in the night for you because Dave, as you all know, he's a nurse and he works like a 12-hour shift. So, it's really sometimes really difficult for him to even make, most of the streams on the day that he works. And so good to see you in here, Dave.
Hey Dave, how are you doing? Okay, get some more.
Okay, so Lynn McCurdy, Derail Darrell, can I put a plug-in contest just posted? Absolutely, Lynn. Absolutely. And like I said, later in the stream, I'm gonna put. Well, I hope I remember how to put a link in. It's and and you either can come up then, or you can do it. You could post it in there, and if I post the link up a little early enough, you can come do it again there. Absolutely, Lynn. Absolutely. So I saw a question in here, and let me go back. Train Man 1. Okay. Yeah. What kind of cleaning of the car did you do before you started this? AJ, please don't say you spit on it.
I'm sorry, Daryl, but I did spit on it. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
you
guys.
didn't spit on that car.
uh, no. Before I started working on the car, I would spray it with. I don't know if this is your question, but I hope it is, and I hope I'm answering it correctly. But you would spray matte finish from Crayola on it
I think what he's asking,
before
AJ, do
and
you
after.
clean before you spray anything on it or do anything? Do you actually clean the car? And what do you clean it with?
Oh, well, no, not really. Everything's kind of in the box. So,
Okay, there you go.
but I would like sometimes if there was dust, I would take a small brush and I would wipe all the dust off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got another question. We got a question from Mom and Sons Trains Rail fans. AJ, does oil work better than powder?
Yes. Yes, very much. And I have a lot of people asking me that sometimes where they're like, "Oh, yeah, sure, oils are good, but I also use weathering powders?" You could use weathering powders, but the thing about weathering powders is it doesn't work as good as oil. Oil would uh, you can work with it more. Like you can see, like if you go back in the live stream, this was everywhere. This was over here. This was over there. But you can see how I'm kind of working it in, going straight down. That's what. That's why I see the beneficial part of using
Okay,
oils.
AJ, Mystic Railroad John, AJ, could I please see that dull coat again, please?
Yes, yes you can. Let me get it for you.
Drum roll. Bam.
Right there. You don't spray it too much and don't spray it too close as
But
well.
bring it, AJ, bring it back in the screen again. John's a little older, so it might take him a little time to focus his eyes.
There you go.
Okay, John, there you go. I hope that helps, brother.
All right. Okay. Some more.
Okay. Pappy um, says, AJ, how much is the difference from clear coat to no clear coat when you're doing this?
Okay, so that's a good question. When I first started and I didn't use any clear coat, um, the paint wouldn't stick onto it as well. Also, if you are using weathering powders, it won't stick onto it as well as you might like it or as you might want it to. Like you can see how the weathering powder, when I put it on, it didn't. Man, I don't really know how to explain this, but no, like you would just get the weathering powder and you would put it on, and it'll be there. But if you don't use the clear coat and you put it on, it'll take more time, and you would have to use more weathering powder.
So here's another question. Crooked River and Eastern Dave. Oil is great for weathering. Do you spray or coat the car with gloss floor polish?
No, no gloss. You see, like in real life, some of the cars are glossy, but I guess my style of weathering is not a lot of gloss because it kind of just takes out the purpose. I guess you could use a gloss like on a tank car, but other than that, you don't really see cars in real life really glossy. Like I never really seen a really glossy hopper car, other than when they're like brand new. But other than that, no.
Curly Express. Is this car going to be for sale?
This is Daryl's car. This car is not for sale. But I did want to do a live stream where I can show you guys some of the stuff I do have for sale. But that's another topic for another day.
Well, you can bring them up. Yeah, I mean, you can bring them up and show everybody, and if everybody's interested, hey, Derek, how you doing, brother? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
No, that's okay. No, I'll just do it on my channel. Probably I don't know, next week or something.
Dave said from Crooked River helps oil spread. I think there's a misspell, but hit it with Matt. So usually when you're done, you will hit it with Matt. Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Oh, I understand what he's saying.
Okay, you understand now?
Yeah, you hit it with the gloss first, help the oil spread, and then you would hit it with the clear coat, the matte finish. All right. I never used that technique before. I'm probably gonna have to try it.
I don't know. I weather my cars different from anybody else. I got a pile of dirt out in the backyard, and I take the yard blower and I blow the dirt all over it, and then I leave the car on the roof for a couple weeks. It's done, weathered.
There you go. There you
It
go.
works.
That
It
is
works. It works every time.
genius. Absolutely genius. My hand was in the whole shot. Sorry, guys.
So for those, yeah. So if you want any special cars weathered by Derail Darrell, you send them to me and I'll put them in the pile and I'll blow dirty dirt all over them and I'll leave them sit on my roof for a couple weeks. I'll send them back to you and I guarantee you'll really be happy with them. Those are my cars weathered.
You never know. You never know. I'm probably gonna have to try that out.
So Waycross. No, okay. That wasn't the one I was bringing up, but what was I drinking? Coke. um, I'm just trying to keep up with everybody. Corey says, anybody add realistic scent to their garbage loads? No, that's actually pretty good.
What?
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty good. Actually, Crooked River Dave just did a video in his thumbnail. He said stinky loads. So that's kind of funny that you said that, Corey.
I ain't never heard of that.
But
Realistic
no, it's
smell?
probably true.
Probably
Mystic
is
says
true.
that's quite a sales pitch there, Daryl. I thought so, but thank you. Hey, Postmodern and Joe Raider. Good evening.
Okay.
Postmodern says this is so awesome. AJ is so good at this. Agreed.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Tammy says from Mom and Son Train Rail fans, Ray has enough gas during the day to make garble trains. Well, if anyone wants air in a jar. Artie says, I'm putting a sewer plant on my layout. At least when I pass wind, I can blame it on the sewer plant. Oh, I knew this question was coming up. Okay, you ready for this one, AJ?
All right. I'm ready.
Artie says, Hey, AJ, did Daryl pay you a deposit for this work? I'll let you answer that.
Did Daryl pay me?
Did
No,
Daryl pay
no,
you a
didn't.
deposit for this work?
Daryl didn't pay me. He didn't pay me. No, he threatened me. I was very scared.
Good answer, AJ.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, guys. And Daryl paid me. Of course, Daryl's really kind, guys. The best.
Tammy. Ray just walked in and said, What? He said, No way, then farted. Good grief. Hey, Ray, buddy, how's it going? And Randall Ellison says, Nice answer, AJ. Laugh out loud. Artie says, Okay, AJ, you have my permission to sell those cars. Sell those cars and the profits with me. That was a good one, Artie.
I don't think he was playing.
No, I think he was very serious. All right, Ray. Ray said he's doing good. Damn it. Well, hey, Nancy. Nancy and the Spirit of Colorado Railroad. Good evening, young lady. She says, "Hello, everyone. Looking good. That car is."
Thank you very much. Mm,
Did I miss somebody in here? Did I see? I must have missed. Yeah, I did. Georgia Sunbelt. I did. What's up, all? Nice looking hopper, AJ.
Thank you very much.
Anthony, how you doing this evening? Thank you for joining. Sorry I missed you there. We're having so much fun. Artie says, "Wow, the car does look great in the short time." Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with more. I mean, it's just amazing from what it looked like to what it looks like. What, maybe 25 minutes into it? It's amazing what it looks like already.
It's only been 25 minutes. What the?
Yeah. Hey, Possum Bayou, how you doing? Glad you can make it in this evening. And let's see here. Hey, Ron Moen, good evening.
Okay.
Artie says, now, Derail Darrell, keep it away from downtown. You don't want it to be tagged. Yeah. These cars that I gave AJ, it was what? How long has it been, AJ? 2 years now. You've had these cars?
Okay. All right.
I think it's almost been 2 years, AJ. Um,
Okay. Wow. Like that? That's crazy.
so probably this July because I believe I sent them on my birthday. Yeah. So I told AJ the cars that I sent him. I said, look, AJ. He asked me, what do you want me to do with them, Daryl? I said, I want a few of them heavy weathered, some of them light weathered, and I definitely want some heavy tag on a few cars. And I'm just letting him do what he does best. And okay, Stormy Sky. Hey, thank you very, very much for that $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. And I totally get it. I really appreciate you for being here. Okay, Lynn's defending you. That's cold, Derail.
I know, right? Mean. Straight mean. And the cookie thing? Diabolical. Oh my goodness.
And Nancy says, keep it away from Seattle, laugh out loud. Graffiti artists are kicking the butt out of trains and really tagging them. Everything around, laugh out loud. Yeah, it's just the same way here. Hey, Dave from DES Media. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a while, brother. It's been a minute.
Do you hear my mom screaming in the background?
No, I don't hear.
Okay, that's good.
Of course, I'm used to my mom screaming at me, so it's kind of like
I
because I
know
know
my
one
brother.
ear and out the other.
My brother's screaming right now. Stop screaming! Stop it! They're
Okay,
funny.
Lynn says, Daryl, could you or did you check your email? No, no, I haven't checked my email, but I will do it for you. Um, Let me get out. Okay. So Lynn, what I actually got, Lynn, um, I don't know, is Lynn. So Lynn says his channel's up to 250 subs, and it's just recently jumped to 253. So he is having a giveaway, a contest. Let me see here. Lynn, is this already on is this already on your channel already? You can just say yes or no. And if someone would post, one of my moderators, could you post Lynn McCurdy's a link that way? Well, actually, yeah. I mean, just post his link in there for me, please. Congratulations, Lynn. That is awesome. Thank you, John, and thank you, Dave. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so Derek says, AJ, what type of powder are you using, and what is the rust color? Oh, well, thank you, Trackside Mike, too. Oh, thank you, guys. Awesome. Oh, really? Hmm. Okay, burnt sienna.
Sorry, my mom's screaming right now. My brother.
Okay, that's okay. We're good. I'm good.
Actually, you know what? We're done with this side, guys. This side is done. Got
Yeah,
some
it
nice
looks
rough
good. AJ,
spots.
it looks really, really good.
Thank you.
No, it's just, I'm amazed. It just, absolutely.
Thank you very much. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side.
Hey, Grandpa Rails. Okay, let me put this one up. There's even a video with AJ in it. Lynn says. And then Anthony says, didn't know you could brush pigments. Learn something new. Well, there you go. Yeah, I learned. Okay, now AJ, look how clean that side is. Okay, so everybody look at that side. Now AJ, pick it up and kind of turn it around one more time, so we can kind of see the difference. Wow. And now turn it back around to the clean side. That's amazing, AJ. Well, hopefully I'll see that car in July of 2024.
You're mean. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so AJ. Okay, hold on. Okay.
I think the storm died down.
Um.
Okay.
Tammy says, if your mom wants to scream, scream at Ray.
I'll tell her.
Okay, so Mystic Railroad, John says, AJ, is Daryl nagging you because he isn't getting any younger, you know? This is so true.
That's funny.
Okay, so I'm sure AJ's gonna get to this, but John Benica says, AJ, how do you weather the trucks and wheels?
Uh, I weather the trucks and wheels with acrylics. I don't use any oils, and then I would use powder. Usually, I would use the first acrylic that I'm going to be using on this side as well. I'm going to be using the earth brown, and if that's too brown, I would add a small amount of black. I would mix it together, and then I'll paint each sides and uh, um, and the insides of the trucks. And then I'd use the same thing for the wheels, and then I would use weathering powders to brighten them up.
Lynn says, Derail Darrell, guess you'll have to go to the GHAM show next year and get him from AJ in person. Oh, there's one on the chalkboard for Derail. So Split Rock says, Artie, why would AJ paint nude?
Wow.
Okay, that's okay. I'm getting to everybody. Okay, so John says that's an awesome technique right there, AJ. Going sideways with a wash.
Thank you very much.
Derek Alexander says, AJ, just tell your mom she's screaming live on YouTube. Laugh out loud.
Oh, she's very much aware. She's very much aware. My mom used to live in LA. She does not care. She does not care. All right. Now that we got that done,
And then
let's.
Nancy
Oh,
says, I don't know how many people of you have Facebook, but I've made an announcement today. A video will follow soon on my channel. I'm hoping by tomorrow, sometime. Well, that's great, Nancy. Look forward to seeing it.
that's cool. Now we're gonna add some red spots on this side. Not too much.
Okay, so Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt, did he dull coat the car first or just start brushing powders?
Yes. Yes, I did. I did it with a matte finish. Okay.
So Mom and Son says, AJ, how did you start weathering and doing graffiti?
Well, this is probably gonna sound bad, but I've always done graffiti. I always seemed really interested in how it looked like, how it turned out, the different styles. So I was always into graffiti. But but when I was little, I would always get like a train set from like my grandpa, and coincidentally, I would live next to a railroad track. Wherever I was, I would always live next to a railroad track. So it just always reminded me of um, of the trains. And then I would always see graffiti on them. So I started painting them like how they were in real life. And then after a long time of practice, I started getting good. But I did have to learn a lot. I had to learn a lot of new techniques, paints, how the paints worked. Because once you learn how to paint, how the paints work, you can do anything. Graffiti, weathering, anything.
So Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt says, what kind of wash is he using? Could you bring up on screen what
Yeah.
you're using?
I'm not using a wash. I'm using the pigments for the side, and for the acrylic rust spots. I'm using the earth brown, and then for the oil I'm gonna put on it, I'm using burnt sienna And then for the oil, I'm using to make a streak down. I'm using Gamsol. Okay, now we're gonna take some of it off.
So Anthony says, "Oh, the pigments," and he gave you a thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah. I tried to use washes one time, but it just really seemed like I'm not saying anything's bad about washes, but I just seemed to like it was really time consuming because I had to make it as well. But if I could definitely buy like the washer, I know they sell them, but if I can definitely buy them, uh, I would. But for right now, I
So
think pigments are the way to go.
postmodern model work says, "Bingo, AJ's got. You have to understand how the material works."
Yes, absolutely.
And then Derek Alexander asks AJ, "Are the rust spots powder also?"
No, the rust spots are acrylic.
The acrylic color that you were showing, correct?
Yes. Okay. So so now with that on it, the oil, we use this again, bird sienna for the rust spots to put over them. We're gonna use Gamsol to make the streaks.
Now, where do you get that Gamsol?
You can get it anywhere. You can get it at a you can get it at a and Michael's, Hobby Lobby, online. They sell them on Amazon.
Okay.
So I got mine at Hobby Lobby. It was in
Thank
the
you, Pappy.
model
Thank you
section.
very much. Pappy says, "Great work, AJ. Good stream, Daryl. I got to run. Good night, all in chat." Thank you, Pappy, for being here. Appreciate you.
All right, Peppy. See you later.
And then Grandpa Rail says, "AJ, have you ever used alcohol ink for weathering?"
No, I have never used alcohol ink for weathering. So
So that stuff kind of gives it like a streaking effect.
yes, yeah, it does. And you could work with it as well since it's an oil. It doesn't dry fast.
But that stuff is it the same color of what is it the same color of what you're painting, or is it
No,
like a clear? Is it like a clear almost?
yeah, it's like clear.
Okay, and you just lightly dab it on there, and what it will do is streak as you're moving the brush, just as
Yes.
you're doing. I got it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's got an amazing streak effect to it. I guess Artie's saying he's got a cold front or a. I mean, he's saying. Artie says, "Grandpa Rails, yes, please. Even our outback is frozen." Oh wow. Hmm. So trackside man, okay. Trackside Mike says, "Okay, I can type again. Sorry if I missed anyone. Glued the finger again." I've done that many times, brother. Now let's see. Corey says, "Daryl, it's mineral spirits basically cleanup version of turpentine and Zippo Zippo fluid. Okay. So that means I can't sip it, right?
I would believe so.
This is Trackside Mike. This is why I always keep salt close by when I'm gluing and a little bit of water. Um, because I've done that many times and I've learned not to stretch my fingers and pull off my fingerprint off of it. So what I'll do is I'll take the salt and I'll sprinkle it, and I'll usually put spray a little water on it, and I just kind of move my fingers around a little bit, and before you know it, your fingers are free without ripping your fingerprints off your fingers.
Like the skin?
Yeah. No, I mean that glue it will it'll take your skin right off.
Jesus.
Yeah, usually when I'm working on my layout, I wear a bib around my beard because it's awful to get stuff stuck in your beard. I get, I get, let's see what gets stuck in there. I get stuff like the tree foliage. Sometimes I get the ballast stuck in there. Um, yeah, I get all kinds of things stuck in this beard.
I'm gonna use a different brush because that brush is wearing off. I can use this one.
Mike says, Trackside Mike says, I'm blaming you, laugh out loud. You told me to use crazy goo to lay down track on swing gate. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I use on all mine. Before I actually cut it, I glue it to a solid piece of wood, and I give it 24 hours worth of dry, and I use the glue over the ties and stuff like that, and then I give it 24 hours, and then that's when I cut the track. It'll never move on you.
You have a swing bridge, Daryl?
Yeah, I have two lift up gates.
Oh, I want one of those. Well, I need one of those. I already have it. I just need it. I don't know how to wire it.
Joe Rader says try acetone gel or fingernail polish. You know what? My wife said try nail polish remover too. And then Artie says you're supposed to tuck your beard out of the way. Yeah, I forget sometimes. I forget that thing's way out in front of me. And then Dragon Lover 68 Connie says I kept a bottle of debonder on hand when working with CA glue. Acetone works well. Good. Well, good. There we go. We got some really great tips there for you. Trackside Mike, keep it on the tracks. Come on, AJ, stop right now and dig in deep and say, keep it on the tracks for Trackside Mike. Come on.
Keep it on the tracks.
All right, there we go. We got another keep it on the track. Woo-hoo!
It's funny.
Let's see here. Derek Alexander says nail polish remover only works if it has acetone in it. I don't read, so that's not going to work for me. Hey, Steve 87, it's PSAP. How you doing, brother? He says yes, nail polish remover. And we've also got Sean Pacific Railroad. How you doing, brother? And welcome. Thank you for being here. And then Crooked Dave says acetone works great too. Well, that's great. We got quite a few famous N scalers in the show tonight. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being in here, and ladies. I know Nancy does. I believe Nancy does N scale.
I was gonna get into N scale, only because of the space. I didn't really have any space, so I didn't see N scale as an option for a while because of weathering. But I
Yeah, no.
weathered some stuff for my friend, and he had N scale stuff, so it wasn't too hard.
So Lynn says he ties his beard. So one of the first questions I asked Lynn when I saw him at the when I saw Lynn at the show and met him and Grandpa Rails, I asked him, "How do you get those? How do you get those in a curl?" I was just amazed. I mean, and he took some time out and explained it to me. I mean, it's he's got a quite amazing growth going on there. Let's see. And then Randall Ellison says, "Hey Daryl, did you see that BNSF is getting new ET44ACS and ES84CS?" No. No, but I know there's a lot of things going on in the real railroad world. I've been reading up on a couple things. There's some really good things happening for some of the companies. I know BNSF is getting a new yard, or they're building a new yard, and I can't remember where it was, but they did say it was going to generate anywhere from 10 to 20,000 jobs. So I believe it's a new intermodal facility.
It's really good. It's cool.
Mike said, "Well, I could have asked you folks earlier if I could have." Laugh out loud. Exactly. Okay, so here, Nancy says, at Derail Darrell, not going to anymore. Laugh out loud. I love the M scale, but they are driving me nuts now. They have to go. Trackside Mike says, AJ, you're doing a bang up job there, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Sean Pacific Railroad says, like always, so many good people on tonight. It's so hard to say hi to everybody. Yeah, and it is, and a lot of people get that. I get that. Okay, John, thank you very very much for coming up and helping out. John from Schuylkill River Valley says, "Fun show, guys. Great show. Job, AJ. Enjoyed watching you work. Have a great night, all." Thank you, John, for
Thank
coming
you.
up.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
What
All
is
right.
Artie saying? Rio Tinto had one of its driverless iron ore trains derail last night. 30 cars and almost a mile of track ripped up. Oh, wow. Derek Alexander says, Derail Daryl and AJ, thanks for doing this weathering tutorial. It will be something we can go back to as a reference. Absolutely right, Derek. Thank you. And I appreciate your kind comment.
All right. That is gonna be it for this side. And this side's obviously not as heavy as the other side, and that's what I was aiming for. I don't really want it to be too heavy. You can definitely see more white. It has more less rust. But yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get on move into the roof.
All right.
Roof is gonna be tricky.
Speaking of the roof, my uncle in Chicago always said it's the three R's: the roof, the river, or the revolver.
What does that mean, Daryl?
Gangster. Okay, Trackside Mike keeps raising his hand up. Okay, let's see what Trackside Mike wants everybody to know. Okay, anyone that would like stickers, email me on my About page. Love, love, kisses, kisses, locomotive, happy face with dark sunglasses on. Absolutely, Mike. Mike, you know where I live. You were at my house last weekend. Why didn't you bring any stickers with you? So Derek Alexander asks, AJ, what caused the horizontal line on the side?
Scratches when the cars would hit. What would they hit? They would hit like just different machinery. You would look on pictures, and there would be scratches on the side of the cars, mostly on the bottom, but some of them do have them on the top as well. For example, I have this one over here that it's not quite finished, but it's almost there. And this one has scratches right here.
Oh, wait a minute. Who stop the show. Whose is that?
That's yours.
Is that one of my cars you weathered up?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll show you this one later. This one.
Okay, yeah, we'll save that for later.
Yeah.
That yeah, you don't want to you don't want to get me excited during this live stream. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And then Sean Pacific says, I was thinking the 3 R's were the roof is on fire. Yeah, that one too. But I just remembered that was my uncle who lived. He's not alive anymore. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Okay, so let me see. For the roof, I have my box right here. I thought I had it on.
So there's a good one. Randall Ellison, damage can also be caused from trees too, AJ. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, trees. There you go.
Yeah, that's more evident on my shred truck, especially on the right-hand side. Pulling up the curbs and not paying attention to the tree line. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to be using this one right here. This is actually a wash, so this is you're supposed to use it. But this one I don't really like using too much because it dries really quickly. So you can't really use
it. Okay, AJ, you got to answer this one.
Okay.
AJ, if you were going to paint Darrell's mouth shut, would you use acrylic or oil? Haha, just messing with you, Darrell. AJ's going to answer that question. Please, AJ. Please, AJ, say duct tape.
Oof. You know what, Darrell? You get your wish. Duct tape it is. Duct tape it is.
Okay. Connie from the Dragon Lover says, AJ, can you show the reference pic you are using?
Yes. Yes, I can.
There you go, Connie.
Move this out of the way. Okay. So I have my computer up right
okay,
here.
Lynn.
Here we go.
Oh, snap. There it is.
Yeah, so you can see how it's just the rust spots and stuff. There you go. And then here is an example of like some scratches on the side.
Okay.
And that one's pretty cool too. All right. Let me get the card back up. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is kind of like a spongy effect. So it's not going to be too much, but it's going to be a little sponge effect. Now, if I can find the sponge, that'll be great.
So Georgia Sunbell Anthony says use that watch before AJ drives fast.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
And then Sean Pacific Railroad says looks awesome, AJ.
Yeah.
And then Connie from the Dragon Lover 68 says wow, awesome.
Okay, so actually, we can use a Q-tip. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
And there you go. Derek Alexander says AJ's yours look better than the real car.
Thank you so much.
So
Okay.
Sean Pacific says Daryl, your car turned out awesome. Your uncle was a wise man. Yeah, right, John. I mean, Mystic. Yeah, no, he does. It's just amazing. It's amazing how quick he's quick at it. So he says, AJ, you do fine work in such a short time. And actually, Mystic Railroad went up today live, and I was actually able to catch him live. I was actually in between loads, and I was actually able to spend some time on Mystic John's Railroad. And it's nice to see you go up live there, John. It was a nice stream. It really, really was.
There you go. I wish I can join more streams. I honestly do.
Well, you're very busy. You're very busy, AJ, and being that your age bracket that you're in, you know, you're busy.
Yeah.
So Corey says, AJ, is Vallejo wash acrylic or enamel? If it's acrylic, you can slightly dampen with water to extend dry time, or oil thinner if it's enamel.
Yes.
Hey, AJ, I got somebody else backing me up. You ready for this one?
All right.
Split Rock says, quick, you said it's been 3 years?
Wow.
you know we're all we're all having a good time with you, AJ.
Yeah.
No, I think I sent these cars in a big giant box. What? Maybe a month ago?
like 2 months ago, for sure.
Was it like 2 months ago?
It was like 2 months ago.
AJ, you're supposed to back me up. It was a month
Sorry.
ago.
No, like I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been like 2 months, like 2 months and a half. But it's because I had school and then I had finals, and then right after that in summer I went on vacation. So now that I'm back, I'm already getting started. These things are gonna be just I'm gonna be working on these all day. It's
Oh,
gonna be
you're
my work.
you're you're welcome, John, and thank you for the kind words. You did fine. I like I said, during the daytime, it's really hard for me to catch live streams, and yeah, no, I was glad I was able to hit your live stream. I mean, I enjoy seeing your face. I enjoy seeing what you're doing. Now, I got to say something real quick. Okay, I know a lot of people are posting stuff, but for some reason, I am not getting. Okay, a lot of times I don't get shorts till 3 or 4 days later. I mean, there are some people when they put out a short, boom, I get notification. But for the last month or so, I really, to be honest with you, my phone just hasn't been banging off the banging off the side of the truck or wherever I am, or buzzing in my pocket. I'm just not getting the notifications that I used to get, and I'm not understanding why. So Lynn says he's back. So
Wow, that came out much better.
Derek says, AJ, tell them paying customers laugh out loud first. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Well, there was a gentleman's agreement between AJ and I. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Yes. That's a good way to put it. This spot technique I'm doing with the Q-tip, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is the first time ever trying this. I don't know if anybody else has tried this before, but I just cut the Q-tip in half. I put it in some of the wash, and I'm just dabbing it on. So I'm trying to find the reference photo I saw that has the roof like this, and so that you guys can see. But
So
yeah,
PK&W Model Works says hello all, but what if I don't have a cigarette to use as an applicator? AJ, bring that back up, what you were using.
it's a Q-tip.
Because you know what, when I saw that comment from Bob, it kind of it looks like to me a cigarette butt.
A little bit, yeah.
But I guess you could. I mean, I don't. Is that what you're saying, Bob? I mean, if you could, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would have to have like a handle because I know a cigarette. Well, no, I don't know a cigarette, but
So
like
Randall says he's been having the same trouble. Okay, let me catch up in chat. Um, so Anthony says from Georgia Sunbelt, AJ, you pass all your finals.
I actually did. Yeah, I
Right
studied
on.
really, really hard. That's why I'm not taking summer school.
So yeah, YouTube is bad with notifications. And Artie says I'm getting the same thing. Derail Darrell notifications are all over the place here too. And then Randall says I would get notifications for streams hours after it started. Yeah, I seem to get that too. And then Trackside Mike says Grandpa Rail's not sure what's happening in the railroad community, but notifications and views are down for sure. No, absolutely. No, absolutely. Okay, so Sean Pacific Railroad says, just heads up to everybody, I'm going to miss cab crew Wednesday after the 5th because it's shift rotation again. Back on night shifts for 4 months. Okay, Sean. Uh that sucks, brother. But sometimes rotations happen. Got to do what you got to do. So Artie says, you taking AJ to that bar on Sunset Boulevard, Daryl? Trust me, brother. Trust me, mate. I don't have to go to Sunset for that. I can go down the street. I can go down the street. Okay, I got a little bit behind on chat, so that's okay.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Cerna, how you doing, my friend? Glad you could make it in.
Okay. Here it is. Found it. Yes. Okay. Let me put it up on the screen. Look.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that's that, and then that's the roof right now. So you can see how the dabbing effect really, really got that on.
yeah.
And I'm
But
like,
it's
wasn't
funny
sure.
that it's funny what Bob from PK&W said. It kind of to me it kind of looks like, well, it looks like cigarette burns almost. That's kind of almost what it looks like.
The rust on the top.
Yeah, but that's not what he said. That's just what I'm seeing on screen. That's just kind of like, and it looks like you're applicating with a cigarette butt. It does. It's kind of funny that he brought that up.
Yeah, I would guess so.
So Artie says, "Oh wait, you're sending AJ over here for his 18th birthday, eh, Daryl?"
That'd be a cool trip.
go. So Cerna says nice weathering.
Thank you very much.
And then Cerna also says, been working overtime, so I'm missing a lot of my favorite streams. Cap Crew Wednesdays being one of them, Cerna. Now, if anybody hasn't seen Cerna's channel, go check out Cerna's channel. And believe me, there's a lot of guys in here that I make moderators. Everybody's using moderators. Matter of fact, I'm going to my phone right now. You can always tap on to their channel, and you don't have to leave the stream. And I always will advocate, hey, if everybody can just tap on to everybody's, if you don't recognize them, you haven't seen them, tap on their channel, give them some love. So I saw on here that Train Man 1 is not a blue wrench. So I'm going to make him a blue wrench. Add as a moderator. So Train Man 1, you are now a moderator. So you can tap in. Everybody in here that I see, I think, is blue. If anybody's not, and you can tap onto everybody's name, and it'll take you right into a panel, and it'll say go to channel, and that way you can sub, hit the bell notifications, and that way once you're subbed, and you can come right back into the live stream. It won't take you out. So when Train Man comments again, he should be a blue wrench. Oh, yep, there he is. He's a blue wrench now. And you know what? I do that. They say it's not a great idea to do that, and there's pros and cons to everything. But I actually copied this off of Anthony Dodge's live stream, and I don't take credit for this. And I like what Anthony Dodge did with his channel, making people moderators, and that way they can tap on to each other's stream. I think I made everybody. Let me see if there's anybody else in there. Hey, if anybody else is not a blue wrench, please speak up. I will make you, because it just makes it easier. I don't know, Connie, if you're still here, the Dragon Lover. I don't know if you were a blue wrench. Oh, okay, Connie, you are not. I'm going to smurf you. And I'm going to add Dragon Lover 68. And now she is a smurf as well. Now, for a lot of you, I highly suggest to check out the Dragon Lover 68's channel. She does a lot of great work and with dragons and other really interesting stuff. I usually join her and Lee over at the Anvil Road on Sundays. Not sure what was going on there lately, but I really enjoy going over to the live streams and joining Connie and William and a lot of other fine people on Lee's stream. So I hear you, Ron. But you know what, Ron? If you, I'll make you one. You can accept it or not, and you don't have to do anything. I mean, if you want to or not. It just makes it easier if you're interested in somebody's channel to tap onto it, and you don't have to leave the stream. And plus, you're giving people love here. So yeah, Derek is a good point. When the stream is over, make sure you go to their channel and at least watch one video and comment and like on YouTube, or we'll drop your sub for them, and that is the truth. That is the truth, because even though you sub to somebody, it's not an actual sub until you hit the thumbs up. And I always like to tell people that I subscribe to your channel, because when I subscribe to your channel, you're not going to know I subscribe to your channel. because I am not a public subscriber. People ask, "What's a public subscriber?" Well, there's a button mode on your page. Um, you can either go public or non-public. I just never turn my subscriptions to public. So I always tell people when I go into their channels that I had subbed to them, and so just a little note there. But I watch a video, I give them the thumbs up, and then I'm subbed to them. So did I miss something? What did Connie say? Um,
Okay, we're done with the roof and the sides. And that was really honestly that was really all I was planning to do. If you guys want me to do the trucks or like the ends, I can probably do the ends too because I was gonna do the underbody of all of them together with an airbrush, so that I don't have to waste I don't have to waste time or paint. And then I was also gonna do the ends with the airbrush as well, just for like the kick up. So that's all we can do for now. But I can do the trucks if you guys would want me to.
AJ, it's completely up to you. I'm sure some people that've been hanging in there, they're going to hang with you. They're going to hang with you out. So, I mean, if you got time, then let's do it. If not, just tell everybody good night, and I'll see you guys down the road.
All right, well, good night, everybody. That's it.
So Connie says I'm streaming mostly with new Fenris now. No issues with Lee, but with one of his mods. Okay, Connie. Yeah, I don't I didn't know what was going on there. I didn't know. So I mean, but I enjoy all of you, and I enjoy going on to your stream. So I look forward to joining. Hopefully, I can join one of your streams, Connie. Um, yeah, I mean, if you'll have me. Um, hey, Happy Valley Hobbies, how you doing?
Yeah, but but yeah, that's gonna be it for today.
Okay,
Yeah, because I'm planning on doing like the trucks and everything all together. I will make a video on how I weather the trucks, like a really detailed video, step by step, how to do it. I will do that. Don't worry, guys.
okay. Well, that's good, AJ. So if you want to, hello, Chris. You know, Chris, model train aficionado. Good evening. Actually, that kind of timed out just perfect. You're not going anywhere, AJ, right?
No, no, no.
Okay. So I'm gonna make myself big, AJ. I'm gonna put us both up, and then I'm gonna. Oh, I don't like that one. And then I'm gonna put myself big. So Chris, you weren't in here earlier, so I wanted to make sure that you got the shout out well deserved. Okay, one of my other shout outs that I didn't mention yet, just because I didn't see him in here, was Model Train Aficionado. Model Train Aficionado had sent me not one. I don't know if we can see that. Is that a little better? There we go. Model Train Aficionado. That's his sticker, and he sent me two. So I'm sure Chris would be more than happy to send you stickers. I'm sure you can get with him. And but Chris, thank you very very much for the stickers. And like I said in the email, I wanted to wait till the live stream just because I think the live streams you get better. I mean, I think there's just better momentum there. There's more people who are seeing it afterwards. So yeah. Again, Chris, thank you very very much for those stickers. So, with that said, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt. Um. Okay, there you go, AJ. You're there.
Yes, sir.
So. Um, Dave says nice stickers, Chris. Yeah, they are. They are very nice. And then Actually, AJ put up a letter in here. Thanks everyone for the positive comments. I appreciate you all, and thank you again for your support. Anytime, AJ.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You do an extraordinary job.
Thank you.
So I'm not done yet here tonight. So if people want to hang out, that's great. If I can figure out, if I can remember, if I can remember to, uh, okay. I don't know if I remember how to do this.
You were trying to post a link?
Yeah, I'm trying to post a link for the stream in the chat. Holy mackerel, I forgot. I forgot how to post a link. It's been so long since I've done it. It
Uh,
says here having issues. Should I press that button? Settings. Oh wow. Really? Okay, I think I do it this way. Oh, okay, there we go. No, it's not that one. Not that one either. Yeah, I did. I forgot how to do it.
Here, let me see if I can try.
So, yeah, I'm using Streamyard, Connie. It's been so long since I put up a link in here, and I kind of forgot how to. it's this is the weirdest thing, and I know how to do it. Yes, I'm using Streamyard. Oh, I think Lynn McCurdy put up something. No, that's not for the Streamyard.
Head to the past broadcast, click three dots,
Uh,
broadcast, and click share. Okay, so it says right here, head to the broadcast dashboard, and to click the three dots to the right, and click share. It would say copy the link.
oh, okay. Yeah, there's another way I did this. Center device, send image, print, black, view, inspect. Oh, okay. Okay, let me go to. No, I forgot. I'm still looking, folks. I'm sorry. I just this has been something, and I'm really good at this. I just forgot how to do it.
Do you want me to join and see if I can post it? I can do it on my computer.
Yeah, see if you know how to do it. I just completely forgot. Okay, Nancy says, Derail Darrell, go up to the top of the person's page and hit the link at the top of the bar, right click, so copy, and then they can paste. I thought I had this. Print and paste. Okay, yeah, I'm not having much, and you know what? The thing about it is, if I do anything, I'm sorry. Let me see. Okay, there's AJ there.
Let me see if I could.
I don't
Oh,
know if you.
hey guys. Let me see. Well, this could probably be it.
Yeah, I did there, Randall. I did, and I copied it. And then usually, what I usually would do is go down and just hit. I would just tap onto this, but it's not coming up to what I usually see. It is not giving me copy and paste. I don't know why it's not doing that. It's not allowing me to do that, and I don't know why. Something different is going on here that I'm not understanding.
Did that work? The I posted the link, but I don't know if it worked or not.
Uh oh, AJ got it, I guess.
I don't know if I got it.
Thomas Grassi came up. Randall Ellison came up.
Oh, great. There we go.
Hey guys,
Okay. Hey, Randall. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, I did. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's stuck.
Daryl.
Post, post.
Slow down. All you got to do. What kind of browser are you?
Well, what do you mean browser? I see. I'm not computer savvy. So sorry,
Okay,
guys.
okay, Daryl. I'll give you a little instruction now. Go on your computer. What kind of browser are you using?
I have no idea. I don't know. All I know is I
Is this
go to.
is this a Windows PC or a Mac?
Yeah, it's a Windows 11.
Okay, so you're either using Chrome, Firefox, or Edge. One of the
Chrome.
Chrome. Okay. Now up on top of Chrome, there's what's called a URL bar. You see it? In the upper left-hand corner.
No.
Do you,
Oh, okay. I see. This says. Okay, up here it says StreamYard.com and it gives a bunch of numbers.
right. Just copy that and paste it in the chat. It should say https://StreamYard.com and then a whole bunch of gobbledygook.
Yeah, it does. It does, Thomas. Now on that blue bar, it's got like a star. It's got like a.
Yeah, but all you do is click on it and
I
then
okay. I
and then
did.
left drag all the way over to the HTTPS. Now it becomes blue. Then right
Yeah,
click.
it's blue now.
Now right click on it. And
Click
then
on the blue.
yeah, click on the blue and right click on it and then say copy. Click copy.
Do you got it?
Well, I don't know how everybody got in, but so I okay, so
So you have to do is right click on that link that's there, and then
yeah,
and you copy and paste that into the chat. That's all. It's very simple.
okay. Okay, so who posted the link?
Me. I posted the link.
Okay.
Oh, you posted the link? How did you post the link?
Um, on the top right, on the top left, on the window you're open on,
Yeah.
it shows a link on the top.
Right. Okay, so I clicked onto that. It's blue. It's blue now.
Okay,
Okay.
and then you would copy. You would copy that.
Where did I go to copy that?
Well, I'm using a Chromebook, so I would double tap because I'm using the thing. I don't have a mouse, so if I
Okay,
double
so
tap,
in that blue up there, I mean, it goes all the way to the right. There's like a camera setting. There's like a arrow that points right, and there's a star. Do I click on one of those?
No. You
no,
click
you would just put copy.
blue. You just highlight that line by
Okay.
by clicking on it and dragging the mouse across all the way to the HTTPS at the end. Then that becomes blue. Then you right click on your mouse
I'm
and
just
it'll
like,
bring up a menu when you're highlighted over that blue area. And then there'll be a copy option.
yeah, I'm all okay. So it's blue. So now I click onto the blue part, and what do I do with the blue part?
You right click with your mouse and you a menu.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay, here I'm going. Okay, I'm getting it.
Then you see a word there that says COPY, copy. See it?
Artie, wake up, Artie.
Okay, well, I'm just dragging it down.
I-
Okay, I don't know. I'll figure it out, folks. It's okay. There's a link in there now.
how I did, I would always go to invite guest on. Of course, I mean I use a phone, but
Okay.
I always go to invite guest, and it has copy link in there, and then I'll post it in the comment. It'll
Hi, Lynn.
you just go down to post comment.
I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I know
That's
all
all
of
good.
you. I know all of you were helping me, and this is the easiest thing to do because I'm kind of known for doing this and putting a link in for people to come up, and for some unknown reason, it's just completely.
It's blank for you right now. That's all.
But I'm still not getting. I mean, I got up there, I made it blue, and I don't know what to do with the blue now. There's nothing that says copy or paste.
Very simple. All you do is move your mouse to the blue area.
Okay,
Anywhere
did.
in the blue area. Just have the
Okay,
mouse, then right click the mouse, and the menu drops down, and one of the words in the menu is copy. Right click, not left click. Right click.
okay. A screen came up when I did that. This is what it says. It says back, forward, reload, save as, print, cast, search with Google, send to your devices, translate to English, view
No,
page.
no.
Yeah, see, and this page never has come up before. So this is what's throwing me a loop because it's not letting me copy or paste anything.
Okay. In the Microsoft world, if people would start using Microsoft products, you wouldn't have these problems. Okay. If you are using Chrome, that's not the problem here. The problem is that all you got to do is move the mouse up to that URL, which says HTTPS, StreamYard, blah, blah, blah. Just move the mouse up to there and right click your mouse once. Don't double click once. Just right click once. And a menu will drop down and the word copy will be there in the menu. As soon as you right click, the whole URL will go blue automatically.
Okay, I just got to that page that says paste.
Yeah.
Okay, so I push paste.
No, you go copy. You have to copy it first. You're not going to paste it.
Okay, so copy.
Yeah, click
So I
copy.
copied it,
Now,
and it went away.
right. Now, go over to the chat and paste it. Just right click and paste in the chat.
Hey, I did it! I put the link up. Woo!
There you go.
There you go. Okay. All right. Postmodern says, "Don't do it, Daryl. It's a trap." I'm sorry, guys. Hey,
I'll send you my technical bill later, though.
okay, Thomas. No, I'm glad you all were having fun with me. No, because seriously, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm computer illiterate, and I'm going to tell you this is what's really nice about the whole community. Everybody in there was just pumping away and just with their fingers, Daryl, 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 Daryl. And I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of listening. But I want to thank everybody for helping me out on this. Look, when I do my live streams, and just like the other Cab Crew guys, they automatically post this most of the time, post the link. And it's been so long since I posted the link, I just forgot how to do it. Well, I just learned a new way. Thank you, Thomas, and thank you everybody else. So now we've got a panel of people up here. So let me say hello to Thomas, Lynn, Artie, and Randall. Okay, so Lynn, Lynn, did you? Let me make Lynn big. So Lynn,
Hi there.
Lynn, good evening. Charles Bond, hey, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Um, So, what did you want to tell everybody why you're up here?
Well, what I was referring to and what I sent you in an email is the channel for the club, the HDMMRC, High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. That's a mouthful.
Really?
The channel really started out as just like a scrapbook of our shows, displays, trains, everything over the years. And the company that we're using, I'm not going to give them your name, they got very greedy and they wanted a lot of money. And we are a nonprofit club. Somebody suggested YouTube, and all of a sudden I was told that I had a YouTube channel. Some guy named Heath, he has helped me a lot on this. And it started growing. I've taken a few tips from different people. The Train Freak has helped me. Rick the Tree, all those, they've all pitched in and everything. And all of a sudden, I've got, or the club, I don't consider it mine, it's the club.
Right.
We've got over 250 people following us. And these are just videos. You were at one of our shows in Ventura and just showing what we do. And the last club meeting, somebody came up with this little jewel, and we decided we would give this away. Just kind of appreciation for all the people that tune in, comment, show up, that sort of thing. So that's pretty much it.
Good.
Wow, that's really cool.
That's awesome. Okay, I'll make us all equals.
By the way, here's a tip: just tie these behind your neck, and then they don't get in your way.
All right, so let's go to Thomas. Thomas, what are you doing, brother?
Oh, a lot of stuff. I'm on vacation again for 2 weeks, and I've been working on my layout, and I've been making all my signals, and I only got 6 left to finish up, and then they'll all be in place. And then I got a couple more to do, and I've been working with the JMRI developer on some JMRI stuff, and that's been going on because I had one big JMRI panel with all my different sections on it, and I said that was really hard to keep track of things. So I came up with this, having separate panels, and to link them all together, we've run into some program problems, and finally we got some things worked out. But I'm trying to go back to the way I wanted to do it, because the way we got it to work was I have to make a change on the main panel first, and then I got to make it on the sub panel. And I said, I don't want to have to make 2 changes.
Yeah.
So the panels can be all linked together with what's called an edge connector. You can have a piece of track coming from one panel and going to another panel, and then you have the edge connectors on each panel, and they connect to each other, and then the train can just continue to go through from one panel to the other.
Yeah.
And also I got web capability now on JMRI where I can bring it up on any device, and I can see all my panels. So if I have an iPad, type in the URL, and I can bring up all the panels and pick a panel to look at. Somebody comes in with a phone, they can browse to that URL, and they can pick a panel, and they can control the turnouts and all that stuff. So that's what I've been working on. That's why I wasn't in the chat much. I was trying to do some stuff on JMRI.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. I don't understand. I mean, I understand JMRI, but it's not something that I'm really interested in right now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Thomas. And good night, Connie, and good night, Charles. Thank you for being here. And good evening, Happy Valley Hobbies. How you doing? And so let's see what Artie, what are you doing?
He was sleeping before.
I was kind of asleep there before.
Sorry.
No,
here. Let me. You want me to bring it here? Let me give you the floor, there, brother.
Oh no, you don't have to make me big. I
There
don't
we
scare
go.
people like that.
Oh.
Jeez. Put me back down.
Okay, all right.
Look ugly enough. I mean, we haven't had any water since about 1 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
Artie, if you get a chance to watch the video I put out today, there's kind of an underlined little comment directed towards you. Yes.
oh,
I don't name you, but if you watch it, you'll catch it.
Okay, all right.
As I said,
I'll have a look
I could even send this to Australia.
Okay.
I'll be a postman. I'll be a postman, Lynn. That's a problem. Yeah.
Guys, I need to bail. I need to go that way and help the wife get her dinner and so forth. So I'll catch y'all later, okay?
absolutely.
Okay.
All right,
See you, Lynn.
good seeing you again.
Good seeing
Okay.
you, Lynn. Thank you very much.
See you later. Take care.
So that brings us up to Randall. Randall, how you doing?
Yeah. Oh, doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Yeah, we got to watch AJ do some cool weathering tonight, and we're all just gonna hang out and just kind of have a chat. So I got something to say. I've been kind of following what's happened since this last Sunday. There was a submarine that disappeared.
Yep.
Around the Titanic, and it was it's kind of sad because from what I'm understanding about this, I mean, I don't think they've found it yet, but
No, it's still missing. I saw an update. So
oh, okay, so it is still missing.
yeah, it's still missing. So
You know how deep that thing is?
It's like the Titanic is like 12,500 feet under sea.
I think it's deeper than that.
I haven't got a heaven hell, and they got a haven't got
Good
a
night,
heaven hell
Bob.
saving them. If some they do, good luck, but it don't look good.
They said they heard banging, like on the side, or like because they put down like things so that they can hear underwater. They heard banging, so I mean that's kind of a good sign, but
It's Split Rock. Split Rock. Yeah, no, and Split Rock is right. One of the men that is on there is a billionaire.
Yeah.
And I believe he has his son on board this craft as well. And so what this is, it's a company that goes out and they sell tickets to this expedition to go down and view for themselves in this submarine. And I guess from what I understand, it's in upwards of 200,000 pounds, up to 200,000 pounds apiece that they paid to go down in this ship. Now, the ironic thing is even if, okay, this is what they said, even if it was up on the ocean floor and they just on the top of the waves and they haven't found it yet, they still can't open it up because it's bolted shut from the outside. And I'm started thinking to myself, wow, that's gotta be that's hard.
yeah.
Maybe they just lost their communication on the submarine, and they can't communicate with anybody.
Yeah, maybe. Sean Pacific says, my wife says maybe it went into another dimension.
Well, it's possible. We don't know exactly what is underneath that water in deep oceans. I mean,
Hey, John.
you have a look at two plane crashes in the last 20 years. One in particular, more recently, MH370, that went missing in the Indian Ocean. I mean,
Correct.
who knows? Well, we got an idea. Some of us got an idea where it is.
Yeah, no, Derek is right. No, and that's also what I heard today. It's American led, but the other countries are bringing in their sophisticated equipment, which the United States does not have. And Derek is right. It goes way deeper than our submarines can go.
Yeah. Well, see, that was the same when a South African Airlines 747 combi, the ones that were main deck that were divided into half freight, half passenger, it went missing on a flight from I think it was Kuala Lumpur or Singapore to Johannesburg, and it crash landed into the Indian Ocean. It took them 8 years to find the plane, but it was that deep that it's actually deeper than what the Titanic is.
Wow.
Then there was no way in the world they would have had a retriever and anything. So,
Yeah, I saw that too, Split Rock. I saw that. The guy showed it's basically controlled by a um
Game
controller.
yeah, a video game controller. Absolutely.
What kind of submarine was this? Who owns the submarine?
It's owned by us. It's owned by a company in Newfoundland.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, there you go.
And because it's close to the wreckage of the Titanic, they've been doing this for years. Now, the interesting thing is they said this is still an experimental. Things can go wrong when you're down there. So, but when I heard the price and what people are putting in here, and thank you, Steve 87. Yeah, he said the billionaire is alone, and the other rich guy is Middle Eastern, and he has his child in there. Any which way you look at it, it's horrible.
It doesn't matter who's in there. It's people in there that are in danger. That's the problem.
27 degrees down there. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a lot warmer than it is. Well,
yeah.
Actually, no. Well, that's Fahrenheit. Sorry, I was looking at that as Celsius. It'd be good if that was Celsius here at the moment, because I'll tell you
a lot colder than 27 degrees in the North Atlantic, where that is.
Yeah, yeah.
They got to be a lot colder than 27 degrees. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at that depth.
Yeah. Because what is it? It drops. When we go in hot, I think it drops down. What was it? 4 degrees, 2 or 4 degrees for every 1,000 feet, and that's 2 degrees Celsius. For every 1,000 feet or 2,000 feet, it actually drops. So they'll be the same and the opposite when you're going underwater too. I don't like my chances. But if it was up to me, I'd rather be going up there and dying into a plane than going down there.
Yeah, I think either way is horrible, but I think I'm with you, Artie. I mean, I don't think but I don't know which is quicker. I don't know.
That's a lot pain. It's a lot less painless than when you're up there. Like if an aircraft decompressurizes half the time, you'll just go to sleep.
Yeah, and I think and that's what I heard too, Derek. It was made out of carbon fiber, and parts of it are pieces you can get at Home Depot, not super high tech. I kind of heard the same thing. I mean, everybody's in on this. It's been all over the news, and I mean, it's heartbreaking for the people who are in there, and no doubt. I mean, and then Trainman One says, I was not down far below, but I was high above." Okay.
Yeah, no, it's bad. But I've got to say, it was going off a different topic. I'm actually quite impressed by the guys working up at Rick's Way, is it Philly, up at Philadelphia, up at Pittsburgh there, where that fuel tanker crashed a week ago.
I-95 was out.
Yeah, the I-95, and
they got a lot of pressure. That's why they're moving fast.
Okay.
And they got good weather.
It's affecting
they've been blessed with good weather too.
It's affecting the whole East Coast because that's the main line from the south to the north.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve 87 says it's actually a submersible, not a submarine. There is a difference. That's why the lid is bolted on. Okay, thank you, Steve. Now that makes that, and I couldn't understand why. So that makes all the difference in the world. So thank you for that. So that makes sense. And then Derek said,
the other thing is like being doing illegal search and rescue out of the water and the marine and whatnot. Even though that thing is going down, we know with the ocean currents that thing is not going to be there. That could be already halfway down to the coast of the United States too, because the current will carry it. You don't know how strong the currents are. When we dropped off buoys here, I mean, I remember about 8 years ago, a couple of people that fallen off the ship, up the Gold Coast or up in Queensland way, not far from where Les is. And when we dropped the buoys that measure the currents, it was all the way down here within about 24 hours, I think it was, or 30 hours. They were down here on the coast of Sydney. So that even though we're searching where they came off the ship, that body's floated all the way down here. We actually found the body. Well, the bodies were actually surfaced down the coast, about another 300-400 miles down the coast here. You know, and that's the same thing with that. They're probably looking within the area, but they don't know where the current's taken them.
Right. Well, if that thing is only submersible, then it shouldn't be going that depth.
No. Right. Well, even again that depth, if it's not hooked up to something,
right,
it's gone.
It's gone. And then you don't know what kind of currents you might have run into. You know, exactly. like in an airplane, you have air pockets. And you're
Good night, Corey. Thank you for joining the stream tonight.
Oh, speaking of the I-95, they still don't know what really happened there. And this truck caught on fire with some kind of chemicals in it. And it pulled itself underneath I-95. And the heat from that melted the metal that was going across there. And it even affected the other side. Now, that's 3 lanes of highway there on each side. So that's 6 lanes across. And the northbound side was affected by the southbound side collapsing. So they had to tear both sides down completely and rebuild. But they're talking about building a bypass to go around it, which I think is just a waste of time.
Good evening, James Dundas.
Well, actually, good night, James.
Take it out and put in a new section. That's all they got to do.
Well, what I've seen, because I've been monitoring it over here. They're using this glass gravel that they use, and what they've done is they've done a box and filled it all in, and they've done it all in within a week. And that's only going to be a temporary fix while they do the outer side spans, and then they're going to dig that up and put the spans in the middle, keep the traffic going. I mean, that's not a bad idea what they're coming up with, but geez, it's going to be narrow. But it's amazing the amount of work that they've been doing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's good going. But I like it how the media twisted, like the construction workers company said, look, we don't know how long it's going to take, but all of a sudden you get the politicians and the media turn around and say, oh, it's going to be done in 2 weeks. You don't know what the weather's going to do. You don't know what delays may happen. Like the guys building it, they've never done a promise, but they said we're going to do it as quick as we can.
Well, hey, they can work around the clock, rain or shine. Right.
Well, they have been, but I mean, still, you can't. When you got the people making, and won't make a promise of the time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, why should the other people decide? Oh, we're going to make a promise now and put in pressure. You don't do that.
Yeah, and where they're going to get the steel to, go across there? That's going to be the next problem.
Well, that's all got to get made up.
Yeah,
that's all got to get made up, and you can't make that overnight.
Right. And it's like down in Florida with that hurricane hit, they knocked out that bridge down there. I forget what town it was in. And they had that done in a couple of weeks. Completely bridge redone.
Yeah, but I've known bridges over here that got washed away in floods and whatnot all around this country. And I know it generally takes about 2-3 months, and on average 3 months to replace a bridge, depending on the span or where it is and whatnot, because, they all make
if there's a way, they could do this all the time if they wanted to, but they don't. It's because of this.
Yeah, exactly. This.
Right.
Yeah. They don't want to pay the big dollars to get the job done quickly.
Yep.
But I remember, because looking at a lot of the road projects here, including ones that I worked on, The road projects that get rushed, they don't last as long as the ones where they had the old process where it used to take a lot longer, particularly when they do the base. I mean, they don't last as long as what they used to because they just hurried along too much now. I mean, okay, in the US, you get a lot of concrete slab highways and freeways. Over here, we're still using the old bitumen highways because it's more durable and flexible than what concrete is.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I thought that would be kind of an interesting topic to kind of talk about, and it's just like I said, it's just something that's been all over the news, and you know, they keep saying, you know, they only have so many hours worth of air in there, and just like what Steve 87 said, I mean, you know, the chances of them are finding them now. In the beginning, I thought this was something that was tethered because but apparently it's not tethered. It's a submersible and it's on its own, and because I couldn't figure out why they couldn't find it. Well, today I actually paid some attention to it, and no, it's actually a submersible all by itself. It's dragged. It's dragged out there near the ship that's supposedly over the wreckage site, and they drop it there, and it goes down. They didn't say how. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to get down there. Would anybody? Did they say? I didn't hear anybody say from the water, from the top of the sea level. How long does it take to get to the bottom? I don't know.
Derek says right here it's 1.5 feet per second. That's the rate.
Duh. It dives in a spiral rate. Okay, so it dives in a spiral rate of 1.5 feet per second. It was 20,000 feet down when it lost contact. Could have imploded. Well, you know what's interesting? This is what I heard today, Derek. I heard today that they said they lost connection an hour and a half after it went under. They were in connection with it until an hour and a half in. So I don't know. I don't know where that puts them.
Puts them in a world of hurt. That's what it puts them.
Mm-hmm.
If it imploded, they're all dead. Simple as that.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know.
And you won't find them either. They're gone.
Yeah, I think somebody else, I think Steve 87 said the chances of them finding this vessel is probably slim to none. And you would think with all the great technology that's out there,
right,
that this should not have been a problem. They should have been able to locate it with all the technology, but it's getting the technology there. It's too late. Okay, well, did they ever find that plane years ago? I forget what number it was, but it was a plane that went from
MH370.
There you go.
Don't talk about that. The search on that was a whole lot of bullshit. Sorry to say.
Did they ever find that plane? No, they didn't.
We were close. We were close in finding it, but then you got some of these that never really gone out and done searches and whatnot, thinking they know the best. And
you go down in the jungle somewhere, you're never going to be found.
No.
You land out in the desert where it's wide open, you might be able to be found. But you know, you go down in the ocean, in the forest.
Once you get down to a certain depth, down in a certain depth of water, I mean, all sorts of things go.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just the pressure. The water pressure is so great. That's why submarines only are allowed to go down a certain depth.
Yeah.
So Derek says yes, Darrell. They said in that amount of time it would have been 20,000 feet.
Yeah. Now I don't know what it goes like with that submersible. I mean, like I did diving when I was younger.
I don't know the criteria of this vessel to say that it could go 20,000 feet below.
Yeah, the Malaysia flight. There you go. They haven't found that. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. With all with everybody spying on everybody, you would think they would be able to find something that's almost as big as a football field. I mean, hello.
Yeah, they
Well,
got. Yeah,
this is what I said to you before. When
they
the
probably know where it is, but they can't say anything because then people would know that they have the mechanism.
yeah, well, so it took them 8 years, eight or 10 years to find the South African Airlines 747 that was in the water, and that was a lot bigger than the 777 that went down, and it went down in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and it cost them millions to try to locate it, and they did eventually find it. But it's
John says, if it imploded, they would never felt a thing. No, absolutely not. It would be instantaneous.
yeah.
And Nancy says, I wonder if too it got stuck inside the Titanic somewhere. Maybe they were able to squeeze through and got stuck. I'm not sure that, it could be a possibility, but I don't think that actually ride goes. I call it a ride because it's paid to ride in it. I don't think it really actually goes anywhere. It goes close to it.
I don't think they're allowed to go into it.
No, I don't think so either.
Anybody in their right mind, because that Titanic, if it was still there, could shift and things could, you don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, I saw on the news they did a clip. They brought somebody up who had taken that ride, and there was a picture of him in the window. The window was behind him, and you could see the bow of the Titanic. And he said, when you get down there, it is pitch dark. You cannot see nothing. It's zero. The compass of that thing that he said, the compass is just circling around, and it's all done by communication with the top. And then boom, they turn lights on, and you can see stuff. It was well worth the money spent, but he said, would he ever do it again? No.
No. I mean, that's what trying to find that thing, and even in the MH370 as well, trying to find the specific piece of fleck of dust in your carpet.
Yeah, Steve 87 says it doesn't make noise. You ain't going to find it. Now,
that's correct.
Yeah, and they said that the ocean is so noisy that they said they thought they heard pounding, like every 30 minutes they were hearing pounding. But they've taken that back to analyze it, whether it's human interaction or it's the sound of the of the ocean.
Yeah. Underwater, you can tell what the sounds are. They got the equipment to do that.
But still, I'm surprised that they didn't have a backup system like a distress beacon or something that emits signal if something goes wrong. For example, if a plane goes down.
Yeah, they never said that.
The submarines have like some kind of radio on their.
Yeah.
But they have to get to almost the surface there to be at periscope level to be able to use it, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. But then again, how do you know what kind of radio waves is going to work from way down below?
All right, John, I'm with you. I don't have the desire to go that deep in the ocean or climb Mount Everest. Nope, no. I don't have that desire. I don't have that desire either. Absolutely not.
No. I don't know. After seeing some of the vessels and whatnot's been in trouble off the coast here, honestly, I still reckon it's safer to fly than what it is to be on the water. But then again, that's my fear anyway. But as I said,
it's a lot safer than driving a car.
Oh yeah,
I know one thing I wouldn't do either. So
you know the most dangerous part of flying is. The most dangerous part of flying is getting to the airport. That's the most dangerous part of flying.
No, actually, flying, the most dangerous part is
landing. Well,
speaking of which, I've been through. I've had to go pick up crews at the rail yard down there in Memphis, and you drive by the airport there. And I was driving through there one day, and an airplane was landing, and it sounded like it was going to take the roof off the van when it flew over me. So
I'm with you, John. I'll stay in bed too.
Yeah.
Where's your sense of adventure?
But I mean, yeah, I've read reports or whatnot. Some of these disasters in the planes and that, where
Hey, Papa John, how you doing, brother?
people already passed away in the plane. They just going to sleep before it hit the ground. Terry taking off and landing. Actually, the worst part of flying, the actual flying itself, is the landing part of it. I mean, taking off is easy. Landing is the one that takes a bit to master. But the most dangerous part, particularly for me to get up to Sydney, is actually driving on the road.
So I'm glad that Steve 87 cleared that up, because when they said that, and they were actually using, they were tightening the bolts on this sub before it went down, and they said they tightened. And I thought to myself, right then and there, forget that it was even lost. How is that possible? Because if you get lost somewhere, you can't. No one. Yeah, you really can't get in, and if you go above the ocean, you can't get out.
Yeah.
If you're floating on the top of the ocean, somebody can come in and do it. But if you're 20,000 feet below,
right,
you're out of luck.
So Steve cleared it up, and that totally makes sense. So now I understand.
Yes, Nancy, I agree with you.
Our subs aren't running at 20,000 fathoms. They're not. They're running maybe 500, 1,000 fathoms underneath the surface of the water. They're not no 20,000. 20,000 is pushing the limits of a submarine.
Oh, yeah, nah.
John.
Yeah.
Okay, AJ, what are your thoughts on this submersible being lost?
Well, honestly, it wouldn't make sense for them not to have any sense of like a tracker. Like, let's say, wait, so why can't there be a tracker on it?
Well, this is exactly what I'm saying. They should have had some sort of contingency plan. They should have had something like it. I mean, like with me, I don't. It's actually my car. I have a little personal beacon. It's probably about the size of a cigarette packet that sits in my pocket. If I go out bush and something goes wrong, I trigger it and it goes off. Now, when you're on a boat, you got, okay, they're a little bit bigger. They got satellite tracking and whatnot, but as soon as it gets wet, it goes off. If something goes wrong, you can trigger it. You got one way of finding it. A plane, when it hits the ground really hard, even these big airliners, if they hit the ground too hard, it triggers off a distress beacon saying it's in trouble.
That's interesting. Ron Nolan says, I remember when they found the Titanic, they attached a styrofoam cup to the submersible, and it was compressed to smaller than a thimble. That's interesting.
That's the pressure. That's the wood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I can track my dog, but I can't track a multi-million-dollar submarine.
So you think that they can't track it because of the pressure, because it's too low underwater? Because I see no reason why there shouldn't be a tracker on it.
Well, I would say the same thing, and that's the question. Why wasn't there at least some kind of tracker on there? Like a pinging, like a pinging or something.
Yeah. That's strange.
Oh, okay, there you go. Trainman 1. There you go. Robert said, yeah, I can track my dog, but I can't track a multi-million-dollar submarine. It's so true.
Well,
I mean, they can look. They can track spacecraft. Am I not right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Maybe there's a difference because it's water. I don't know.
You can track airplanes. Let's
So I would probably say it's because of the range. But even though because of the range, it would make sense for them to put some type of connection in between the submarine and the boat. So halfway down, if they need to send a signal up, it would send the signal to whatever is in between both of them, so that could be like a confirmation that the signal went up and it got a signal with the boat.
So there you go. The race tool. That's what they didn't have on board. That's what he should have had on board. I mean,
Yeah.
with
What?
submarines
Hey,
and
Ray, how you doing, buddy? They didn't have an ELB on board.
yeah. I mean, I've been involved in many rescues and searches off here, and we had those beacons work underwater and whatnot, and then it's like, why didn't this one have it? Should have had one on it.
Almost sounds like a setup. Almost.
Could have been.
Yeah. Well.
But then again, it's like with any mechanical thing, and especially when you're going into depths with pressure and deeper pressurization. I mean, something could have gone wrong. You don't know.
I mean, how often do they check their equipment? We don't know. And something could have popped. A bolt could have broke. Who knows? Anything.
Yep. It's like when you look at these airliners, they go through a pressurization check. Oh man, God, Darrell.
Oh no, it wasn't that. I'm looking for I'm looking for my chopsticks. I got a fly that keeps buzzing back and forth, and I can't find my chopsticks to catch the fly.
What was that movie where the guy caught the fly with the chopsticks? I can't remember the name of the movie.
The Karate Kid?
Yeah,
There you go, AJ, the Karate Kid. All right.
Yeah, good.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Yeah. But I mean, good luck to him. But I agree with the comment that Nancy made. I just hope they go instead of having to go through all the Stop tooting. Hey, that's not me. It's this guy here.
No,
he's doing it, Nancy, not me.
I got a fly that keeps going back and forth, buzzing between my head, and I have a pair of chopsticks here. I swear I do. Because I will show you one time on a live stream. I will catch a live fly with my chopsticks.
That would be the coolest thing in the entire world.
Wouldn't that be cool, AJ?
Yes, that would. Did you guys hear about the alien landing in someone's backyard?
Yeah.
Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gone somewhere warmer because it's got too cold down here. They usually down here in our Aussie desert, it's got too cold here, so they've gone on vacation to where it's somewhere warmer.
Yeah, are you actually cold over there, Artie?
Yeah, we're cold. We are cold down here. I mean, we've just on the other side of the ridge of the hills there, it snowed there last night, and we're expecting more later on tonight, late this afternoon and tonight. I mean, it's down to 30 degrees here at the moment.
Dang.
Oh, no, Derek, no. I can handle my own farts. It's other people's farts I can't put up with. Mine's nice and sweet at the moment. Woo! That's a whole lot. Yeah, but if I put a sewer plant on my layout, I don't have to worry about that. I just put the blame on the sewer plant.
Realistic smells. It's crazy.
Yes, Shane, yes, we do have snow. We actually, we got our ski slopes roughly about 5 hours drive south from where I am, a little bit inland, but yeah, we do get snow here too. And they've had some good, all this week, they've actually had a good dumping Sunday night. And it's actually the official start of the ski season this week, so it's turned up. Aliens landed in Australia but couldn't understand a word. Yes, they could. Yeah. Yeah. But at least we leave them alone. And we don't, at least here in the outback, we leave them alone. We don't go poking at them. You know, that's why they come over here. They feel safer over here. But yeah, we've heard stories where they've actually picked up a loaded like a Greyhound bus, lifted up in midair, spun around, dropped it back down, and the bus started heading back the other way. I wasn't driving that one, but yeah.
You weren't what?
Aliens are picking up buses over here, you know, like your Greyhound buses, picking them up, spinning them around and putting them back down, and yeah. Aliens having fun.
I couldn't hear the word they saying.
It's all right. It's all right, Steve. It's all right.
Bear, is that you?
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
I'll be back in a moment.
That's Bear. Anyways, I just thought that would be kind of an interesting topic to talk about, to see who's watching news, who's not. I mean, I watch what comes up on YouTube. I don't even have cable. I mean, because I don't really watch the news. I mean, I get whatever feed comes up on my cell phone, and if I like the topic, I'll get it. But I've been pretty interested. It's been pretty interesting stuff. Hey, Edward, what's going on, my friend?
Pretty good. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the echo that I got in my earpiece.
Derek. Oh. Yeah, no, I have some chopsticks here, and because sometimes I have flies in here, and not all the time, but I mean, because I'm a pretty clean guy. So what's going on, Edward?
Nothing much. It is one of those things that right now I am sort of trying to figure out how to do actual videos and all that instead of just doing live streams.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's one of those things of I haven't gotten any really new subscribers. When I moved to the new time on Sundays at 6:45, I got, I think, about 3 subscribers, and it's about that. So I'm like, not sure what's going wrong or right, but I'm also thinking about my original plan was to do, the reason why I went with Happy Valley Hobbies is that I just didn't want to do model trains. I want to do hobbies that you can go around different holes through model trains, like electronics, machining, painting landscapes and stuff like that. So that's what my original idea was.
What you're saying is, Edward, you're going worldwide now. You're going to start making some videos.
That's what the plan is.
Okay.
Just got to get the motivation to do so.
And Edward, I enjoy you, and I enjoy your channel, and I enjoy what you do. And my problem is when you're doing your live streams, it's almost next to almost impossible for me to join them. Only for the certain fact is, I'm still at work, and hey, where did that come from? Who is that?
That's that guy down under.
Well, that's good, Edward. I'm glad to see that you're going to start making some videos. Where
I gotta figure out how to do it first.
Oh, well, where is your sub count right now?
I just hit over 100.
Okay.
Oh, you
I
can.
think it's at 105 or something like that.
Good.
But yeah, when I first started the channel, it was basically something to do while I was unemployed. But then when I started the channel, less than 2 weeks later, I got something silly and got employed. So I haven't really been on top of the channel itself.
Isn't that working for a living a problem?
Yeah, I guess in a way of life.
Well, going by what my lawyers are talking at the moment, since we've gone back working properly, they're looking at pensioning me off. So, for my retirement. So it looks like it's going to work out better for me.
Yes.
I mean, I am 55, and now what are you doing, Daryl?
Okay, that damn fly comes any closer to me, it's gonna.
Daryl, I don't think that's a good idea. That might cause serious harm to your way out.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to burn his beard off.
Yeah, I'll just saying that too, Thomas. He's going to burn his beard or his eyelashes or something.
Right.
Well, it's okay that it's okay if he burns his beard or eyelashes. Now, if he burns one, it starts burning the layout. Now we're gonna have a problem.
But hey, look at the views they'll generate. No, I'm joking.
What happens if that fly lands on top of that mountain? You going to burn that down?
Hey, you play, you pay, but I'm going to tell you, I don't think that flies around here anymore.
Yeah, well,
it's
heard the threat.
It's sitting up there behind you and laughing at you, Daryl.
I hope it's not smoldering somewhere
I
down
think he
there.
went in that boxcar underneath the tunnel there.
God, I hope not. That would be tragic.
Pixie, Daryl needs some flies catching. You want to go and catch his flies?
Don't you have a fly water?
See, that's why I don't kill them little bitty spiders. I just let them build their nest anywhere they want because they take care of the flies for me.
Right, they take care of flies.
Yeah, and mosquitoes too.
Derek, don't fart now, Daryl.
Well, speaking of Derek, to answer his question with slot cars, no.
Hey, hold on to the fort. Hold on to the fort, guys. A couple minutes. I got.
All right.
Yeah. Just hold on to a fart. Not fart. Come on, you guys. You guys are gassing me. You guys are gassing me out. Okay, now there's not one.
We are going way off the rails tonight.
Yeah, now there's not one fly in here. There's two flies in here. I'm gonna go get my chopsticks.
You know the best way to catch a fly? Freeze the room out. You pretty much put them to sleep when they get slow down when it gets cold. I hate the cold.
Well, they're not warm-blooded animals, so they're insects, so they're not warm-blooded. So when it becomes cold out, they just they literally can't function.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at the moment, I've got no flies here because it's that cold, it kills them off.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more flies. He's in a garage, right? His layout's in the garage, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think in one of his video tours, I think I remember seeing one of those roll-up doors.
Right.
If I remember correctly, it's on his.
It's on when he's facing us. It's on his right, I think.
Yes.
Going to the left is going into his house.
Yep. If I remember correctly, the door that I remember seeing is actually behind where he sits.
Yeah.
So it's behind that mountain.
Trey, man, it's 2 drink minimum, mate. 2 drinks. Yeah. In Daryl's case, it's just 1.
Hey, I just brought a fly on that car.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I told you, it's sitting around watching it, and laughing.
The train is taking a fly around the layout.
I remember my cousin's ex-wife she saw this big huntsman, and they're not deadly. It's a big spider. And instead of getting the fly spray or the insect spray to kill it, she got this polish called Mr. Sheen. They sprayed it down with the aerosol polish on it, and the spider just stood there, and we swear it was laughing back at her, and we all cracked up laughing. She goes, "What's so funny?" I go, "Well, that poor spider up there is laughing its head off and saying he's going to have a nice shiny coat." When she looked at it, yeah.
I would assume. I would also assume that even though it was spray polish, it probably annoyed the spider because it wouldn't be able to breathe.
Right.
Well, probably, but we still reckon he was cracking up laughing with some of the things that she used to do. Mind you, she was blonde. Yeah.
I just
wear an engineering cap.
A newspaper, roll it up, and go after the flies if I have any. I'll mess around.
Yeah, I have a fly swatter. If that fails, I'll use a spray. I just got him.
No, if it's spray, then you got to clean the wall.
Oh no, I don't hit them when they're on the wall. I just hit them while they're flying. That knocks them out. But now since they kept the grass, we had a big infestation with flies and like little midgy flies. When they didn't cut the grass and the football field across the road, it was getting so long, and it got the dew and the dampness, and of course they were breeding in it. Since they've been able to cut it down low, we haven't been getting that many flies here anymore. Is that Christmas in June? I think it's getting ready for Christmas in July. We have a Christmas in July here for those people that live down here, since we don't have snow at Christmas time.
Derek Alexander, the Christmas tree staff all year round here on this layout. They actually do serve a purpose. Where the layout's located, there's only one light in the room, so actually I have to plug these up to actually light the layout up. So you can actually see when it's dark out.
Yeah, I remember hearing Christmas in Australia where they're it was actually the first time I actually realized my reach on the internet. This is going to show me how far it sort of dates me. I got onto this. It was a local BBS system that had, I believe, 7 lines, and when the internet became a thing, one of the things that they wound up going down to 6, and they were using the 6th line for the internet. And I remember coming across if I remember correctly, the handle was Barbie76. And after talking for a while, this is around Christmas time, and it's like, what are you doing around Christmas time? I said, probably shoveling snow. The reply was, "Oh, you're up north." I'm thinking, yeah, and I'm thinking that this person, all right, this is someone not from the north or from the south. And then after a while, it's like, where you're living at the time I was living in Pittstown, New York, a very small town in upstate New York. And the reply came back of, "Oh, you're from the States." And I'm thinking, okay, how far south are you? And then they replied that they were from, I believe, Sydney or something like that. And I'm thinking, oh, that, and of course I'm thinking that gives a completely different meaning to the word Barbie, because it's could be barbecue.
You're thinking of Barbie doll. You're thinking
Yes.
probably of the Barbie doll. Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first, I guess, contact outside the United States, I believe.
Yeah. Look, you guys have got all those big hot roast dinners and everything else, and here we are cold cuts and sandwiches and salads and whatnot out on the beach.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time being in outside of El Paso, Texas, around Christmas. Was out when I was in advanced training for the Army Reserves, and don't worry, I won't touch your Barbie dolls, Nancy.
We're not touching any Barbie dolls here, Nancy. We were just referring. We weren't. He wasn't referring to Barbies. It was actually Barbie as in barbecue. Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I was in El Paso, Texas, and El Paso, Texas was I was doing basic training. Sorry. And the thing is, that's one right next to the border and all that, but at the same time, it felt so odd being, I want to say, December and January. It was December and January, and it's like there's not a snowflake around, and it just felt odd. And then I think it was in February they had like a wild 3 inches of snow, and El Paso, Texas was closed for 3 days because they're on the next Mexican border. They don't have snow removal equipment, and the thing is that Texans, because they don't deal with much cold weather, just did not know how to drive in this stuff. I think the Army base was the only thing that was actually still moving because they had people there that was from different parts of the country that actually knew how to drive in snow. We had there were 2 guys in the platoon that never saw snow before. One was from Puerto Rico, and the other one was from Southern California. Basically what they did is that they're looking at they're looking at the stuff outside and all that. Says, oh, that's an awful odd rain. And they're like going like everyone else is going like, no, that's snow. It's like, no, that can't be snow because it doesn't look like snow that they see in movies. And it was one of those things of all of a sudden, we had 3 inches of snow, and it was really annoying trying to. There were road overpasses that had they had like ramps on them, and the thing is that when they got snow on them, they had no salt or anything like that, so it wound up being a sheet of ice. And trying to climb up that thing and down that thing was probably not the smartest thing, but it's like that's what they had us do. So. Because we had to go from one side of the road to the other.
See, like up here, not so bad up here by the mountains near me. But when you go west of Sydney and going up into what we call the Blue Mountains, that's the nearest pot to Sydney where if it snows, that's where it's going to snow near Sydney. But you get a lot of black ice up there because it's so high. But we've got no snow equipment. Well, they're not prepared up there for the cold conditions as they are down the south in our Alps. So when I used to drive the trucks up through there, like I was like, no way, I'm not driving this dry ice in this black ice. I'm just going to pull over, and you call the customer or the company you're working for. It's like, look, sorry, buddy, I'm going to sleep until the sun comes up and some of this ice melts off because there's a lot of black ice. Huh? Well, you can still drive and go, no way in the world, I'm not driving up along because it's very winding. And there's no way in the world I'm going to drive up there because if something goes wrong, your average drop is over 300 foot drop.
Yeah.
And there's a few spots there, it's about 3,000 foot drop to the bottom. It's like, no way in the world, I'm not going. Yeah. Sorry, I'm parking up.
Yeah, well, when it comes to the companies and all that, they have that, safety last thing of because, profit is more important.
Yeah, it's like no way in the world. Even the trains end up getting, even the passenger trains end up stopping because they got no sand on this. Our passenger trains, they got no sand for traction.
Yeah.
Actually, Thomas, before Thomas, that passenger train that you're doing, that Australian model that you're doing, the Victorians are going to come after you, putting 2 pantographs on that one.
Yeah, no, I'm still working on it. I had to buy a bunch of real small screws.
Yeah.
And what I have to do is screw in these mounts here from the top down, and then when I put it in, then into the shell, then I have to mark them, and then I glue them, then I unscrew it, and then that's what makes this sit inside the car when it's back together. So
yeah, that'll be one of the first things I do when I get my new printer.
Yeah. Yeah. And
ooh, puppy.
Yeah, I'm just working on it a little bit at a time, but I'm trying to get my JMRI stuff done and my signal done. Then once I get that done, then I can start working on this. But I have to
I'm just warming up my train room. I've got to go and work on that. But yeah, I just liked how you changed design. I mean, that's really going to upset some of the rivet counter and the prototype modelers from down here when they see that.
Yeah, because I was making my door signals, and I had to solder the little wire onto the LEDs, and then I started testing them because as soon as I put them in the door heads, the red one wouldn't come on, and I had to take it apart and put another LED on it. So I said, I'll test them. So I had assembly line, and I did about 6 signals, that's 12 lights, and I hooked them all up, and then I got to the last 2 that I was doing, and the red light wouldn't come on, even though I tested them, and it still wouldn't come on. I think what's happening is I have to bend the LED stems to a right angle. It might have broke off them.
Yeah.
Because I have it heat shrink all the way up to the head of the light because it's all metal. And if it hits it, it would short out. So I couldn't tell. So I had to carve it off with my razor knife to pull that heat shrink off, pull that one off, put another one on, and so I got 6 of them on my workbench that are almost done, and then those will be the last 6. So I did about 50 of them in the last.
I got most of the my track work done now. I don't know those who's watching me on live stream on the weekend. I was looking for my insulated rail joiners. I went to Sydney on Tuesday to an appointment up there, and there's a hobby shop in the city. I'll go up there and get the Pico, the insulated rail joiners. I got myself 2 packets. Go to the checkout to pay for them. I go into the pocket where I had my money, and guess what? I pulled out of my trouser pockets. The packet of insulated excuse me, joiners that I've been looking for on the weekend.
Good boy.
No, well, I bought an extra pack, a couple of packs. I'm going to need it anyway, so at least now I know where they are.
Now you got to throw the ball up higher, so he has to catch it.
Yeah, it's going to land on my layout. Yeah. I figured while you guys were talking, my dog wants to play ball. It's about that time he wants to play ball.
Yeah.
Hey, what was the name of? Well, I remember this commercial where it had the small little Datsun, and it shows it running towards the camera and puts the ball into this contraption and all that, and then the ball falls into this contraption, and all of a sudden you hear the thing go, yeek, he raises up and then goes, and then launches it, and the dog's tail is going about, Mach 3. And then, of course, the ball flies and all that. And then the Dotson goes right after it. Who was
that one?
I'm trying to think who was the because I don't think it was a dog food commercial, but this was maybe turn of the century, I think.
Sit. Bear sit.
My dog has heard that squeaky toy. His ears popped right up.
Oh, good boy.
I don't have any dogs anymore. All mine died of old age. So,
hey, welcome to Family Guy. We're just a small train channel. We just this is Cab Crew Wednesday. We go up. Each one of the members go up every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we just get together and we talk about trains. Earlier, we had AJ weathering on, and he was weathering a boxcar. So right now, we're just kind of just chilling right now and just talking about whatever. But welcome.
Daryl, that's me. That's my other account.
I've got trains running right now, so.
Well, what's that, AJ?
That's me. That's my other account.
Oh, that's your other account?
Yeah.
You're a family man?
I'm a family man. What can I say?
Oh, so what's this channel about there, AJ?
This is gonna be my channel where I post workout montages.
Really?
Yeah, it's a new thing I've started.
Oh, that's cool, AJ. That's good.
Yeah.
So are you?
You see, I told you he's got another channel to go to.
No, check it out. There's
Like
nothing
Mr.
right
Red
there.
down at Venice Beach.
Okay.
Nobody
There's
wants to
nothing.
see me.
Okay, now my dog's mad at me.
Uh-oh. Why is she mad at you?
Because he wants to go.
Looking at me, he's wagging.
He wants to go out and play ball.
Ah.
You see his tail wagging.
Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is where I'm working at now is the first place that is pet friendly. And they actually some of my coworkers bring their dogs in.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it also helps that the owner also owns a dog. That they rarely bring in their dog, mainly because it doesn't get along with any other dogs.
Right.
Yeah, my dog doesn't get along with any other dog either.
Yeah. I mean, it gets along with people, but it has 4 legs on it. It wants to tear it apart.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like how my dogs used to be. They wouldn't get along with each other well than any other dogs.
And the thing is, the HR person just recently got a new puppy.
Only one of them.
So it's one of those things of
okay, good. Put the music down over there in the living room.
It's hilarious at times because she brings it outside and there's times I go and it's like, oh, it's like it's a dog that's heading straight towards me and all that. So I bend down to give it pets and scratches and all that, and all of a sudden the look on its face goes from ooh, there's someone to play with, and then it changes to you can't catch me, and then runs off the other direction. It's like no.
So where do they keep all the pets while you guys are supposed to be working? Y'all got your own offices and the pets are inside the offices? Or?
No, the ones that are... The thing is, it's usually the ones that bring in their pets usually are not on the production line.
Okay. Yeah, that would be kind of hard to have out there.
Yeah. Yeah, especially every now and then the owner's dog where we work at, we make mattresses, and there have been times, and so there's a lot of foam all over the place, and there has been times when the owners, the owner's out there with his dog and all that, and then every now and then the owner's dog would, not realizing the value of the foam, will turn around and start walking over the phone and leaving paw prints, and it's like, okay, we can't use those now.
Right. Plus, dog hair happens to get everywhere, so
Yeah.
you can't worry. You have to worry about that too.
But this we also our company also sublets to other companies because we don't use the entire building. And there's a company called Small Batch Organics. They make granola bars and all that, and they got about like I say 1/4. No, it's not even that. Say maybe 1/8 of the building. And the owner of that also brings her small little dog also. But that stays in the office.
Yeah. Talking about food.
Well, the thing is that it's not because of the food, because as you said, dog hair and stuff like that, you don't want that in the food. So
Right, contaminated.
No, well, it just makes the food a little bit more fluffier.
Well, speaking of animals, there's Nola Cattails. Thank you for coming in.
Okay, Nola Cattails, how are you? Yeah. I ended up with Randall, the last rabbit that I had. I used to take her into work, and when we'd been down the airport, she used to go around and she made herself into a princess. But as soon as she started making those rabbit jokes, like rabbit stews and that, she'd attack you. Like I took her into work, and the boss goes, "Oh, you'll make a good rabbit stew." And when he went to pat her, she's like, "Yeah." I stand and go, "Well, you shouldn't have said that."
They're not stupid.
Well, they're not stupid. She goes, "Yeah, you said the cooking word on the rabbit, and that don't go down too well with her. She knows what you're talking about."
Yep.
The thing is that if you said Hassenpfeffer instead, would he understand would the rabbit understand the reference?
Probably.
Okay.
They're not that dumb. They're not that dumb. Like I'm getting stares at the moment. Like, hey, we going outside to do some work or what?
Yeah, I know what. I forgot this. For a while there, for some reason, YouTube was showing me, the largest whatever animal and all that, and I guess there's a couple of channels out there with rabbits that are, I guess, the largest breed. I'm not sure.
The Flemish Giants, yeah.
Yeah, they're bigger than some dogs. I mean, they're huge, but they're just very large rabbits.
Before I saw them on YouTube, when I was living down at the airport, down the local airport here, I did see a rabbit down there. Someone let it go, and it was a big one. I mean, it was huge. And when the grounds guys came in, and I told them, "Look, there's a rabbit out here that is twice the size of a dog, twice the size of a fox." There's no way to what. I'm telling you, it's a giant. And he was up by the runway and the taxiway, and I couldn't believe it. And when they brought the jumbo down, the bloody the thing used to go around and buy the jumbo, and he had the plate. And if he got startled, he'd be thumping from the plate. And I tell you what, he made a head of a ruckus. They had a security guard there by the jumbo before they fenced it all off. They had a security guard there, and he was going, "What's that banging noise?" And I go, "That's the rabbit." He goes, "Rabbit? The rabbit wouldn't do that noise." And I go, "Yeah, that rabbit's bigger than you." No way in the world. And anyway, here you go, seeing this big giant thing bounce around and go, "There he is." Now, he was, yeah, let's put it this way. He was cracking himself. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there's been a lot of times that somebody's, I know MR had a thing of it ain't prototypic. And I remember when I was in Aurora, Colorado, I think it was Caboose. I want to say it was Caboose Hobbies before they became huge. And what had happened is that there was somebody that was there complaining that Lionel came out with a Delaware and Hudson I Love New York boxcar. It's like, that's so unprototypical, this, that, and etc. And I turned around and says, it's like, no, it's prototypical. In fact, there's one in the yard. There's one in the UP yard that's, about a mile away and all that. It's like, it's like, I'm from the Northeast. I'm a fan of Delaware Hudson. Yes, they have them. There's a whole story that, the New York Department of Transportation, was helping out Delaware Hudson get cars and all that. But one of the requirements is it had to have DOT, New York DOT on the cars. So, but the guy swore up and down that it was a completely fictitious car. It's like, nope.
No. And this is going back to the same thing as like a layout building. You can't do this because the real railways don't do that and this and that. I'm like, you know what? There'll be some example of that somewhere in the world.
Yes.
But then again, it's our layout, it's our railroad. Even if there isn't one, it's fun to do it.
Yes.
You want to make a railroad.
Good night, John.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
That's where I look at it. You have some fun with them. I mean, I do stuff here that is not always prototypical. Well, at first I think it's not prototypical. Then somewhere on the line that, damn, someone's already pitched that idea. Now I've got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, I mean, there are some things that a lot of times it winds up being the reason why it's not many people think that it's prototypical is because they assume that it doesn't happen on the prototype, and with the prototype it might be a special situation where it would have to be that it would have to be that way. I mean, putting a Y on a trestle. It's one of those things that you would turn around and go like, well, I don't think that's going to be, they would never do that. But I guess there's one.
Ketty Y in, I'm trying to think, is it Oregon? It's like that. Yeah.
There's another one. I think it's isn't it Kentucky or Tennessee? There's another one down there as well.
Yeah. Nancy, actually, go ahead. Go ahead and post it and link it. Absolutely.
If anyone's heard of 7 Idea Productions, the video company, they did a video on the Gateway 7, the Ketty Y's in that video. So,
let's see. I think another one was, they would never put a, what was it now? They wouldn't put a railroad tunnel underneath a car bridge and all that, which a lot of people turn around and use that as a way to hide the staging yard and stuff like that. But there's roads that are out there that there's prototype locations that are set up that way because the road was there first, and then the railroad decided go underneath it.
Well, it's happening up in Sydney. Like they did the first one there where they got the hidden railway staging under Bondi Junction up near Bondi Beach in Sydney. It's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-track stable underground. Underground. But then again, that's all sandstone rock. I mean, it's never going to collapse, but they built it underground. Originally used to be only 2 tracks, but now they got 6 tracks underground there? And they had done that in another. Where else did they do it? They did it somewhere else up in Sydney as well, and it's all underground.
Yeah.
They're doing the one in Melbourne as well now. They're doing it underground. I mean, it can happen.
Yeah. And in some cases you have to like bend the truth on exactly on how how it's not prototypical and all that, because there was a long time that a lot of people were they're saying that the egg liner, there's no prototype for that, and
So what if there isn't?
Huh?
So what if there isn't?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, somebody did find a what was it now? It had to do with someone wound up taking 2 prototype observation cards, splitting them in half, and then welding them together and made a sort of high-rise office out of it. So it doesn't quite look like it has the egg liner ends on it, but it's an actual building. So it's not an egg liner, but they're saying that, hey, here's a prototype for the egg liner. It's like, not quite, but all right, if you want to go with it.
Yeah. See, I've been working on how I'm going to do the scenery, like on the main layout and whatnot. And I was looking at the tunnel portals, like having 4 tracks going into a mountain. And I'm thinking to myself, having 2 separate portals. And I go, no, they wouldn't be prototypical. I'm thinking on the lines of prototypical, try to get it close. Well, the example anyway. And I think, no, there's no such thing. Well, I came across a video the other day. Okay, it's based in Switzerland. At Barnen. Probably just pronounce it wrong. But it's 4 tracks. And you've got 2 different portals. 2 tracks on one side, 2 tracks on the other. And go, well, there you go. I can do it. There'll be an example for it somewhere in the world.
Yeah, usually usually from what I understand with like double portals, usually one is like the original portal, and then they turn around and
do another tunnel next to it. Yeah,
they build another tunnel next to it. Yeah,
but I think also a lot of it will be the engineering aspects of it too. Because of the supporting and whatnot. I mean, it's a lot easier to do. What's his name? Smaller bracing than having big bracing. I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of us here say it's your land, do what you want.
Yeah.
And
there's a bridge in Cohoes, New York.
Good night, Trackside Mike. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. And that's right. Keeping on the tracks.
But I mean, if you look at the bridge, it looks very odd. One side of it's like super, it has bracing all over the place and all that, and the other side, the bracing, it looks almost like a skeleton compared to the other side. And the reason why it was done that way is because the side that's super braced up and all that was the original bridge. They added onto it. By the time they added onto it, they had the skills to go, okay, we don't need as much bracing as we did originally.
Yeah, well, the technology and engineering and everything else is involved from the time when they first started doing construction and building. I mean, you look at the roads itself. I mean, everything has changed. I mean, once upon a time they used to dig it out with picks and shovels. Now they just got one machine that would actually bore the tunnel instead of using hands and using hand tools. You don't even need an excavator; it just goes through and like a big giant drill, basically. Yeah.
Well, one thing I found it's one of the things I didn't realize it, but once the guy told me about it, it made perfect sense. I work at my workplace. I work at shipping and receiving, and we're loading up an empty truck and all that, and it's basically I'm thinking it's like, I guess, put it in, he said sort of kind of put it anywhere. Then he said put it on the driver's side, and I'm like, all right, whatever, it's like it's your truck. And then he happened to mention the reason why he wanted it over. If he said if you're going to overload a truck, overload it onto the driver's side.
Mm.
And at first I'm thinking, I'm like, well, that doesn't quite make sense. But then he says it's like most roads have a slight crown to them.
Yeah.
So if you and the thing, the driver's side is where is close to that to that crown. So if you overload it onto the opposite side, then all of a sudden the truck wants to feel like it's tipping over because it's already tilted that direction. And I'm thinking, oh, that makes perfect sense. It's like I never thought of it, but it makes sense.
And then the same thing goes when you're loading up, say, your box tray, your trailer on your car. Same thing with that. You always put the heavy items on your particular refrigerators. Put them on the driver's side, not the passenger side, because it's the same thing. You have the same momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at now that I'm trying to remember on how the campers that my parents owned over the years, I think the refrigerator.
Good night, Train Man.
Yep. Good night, Train Man.
Good night, Train Man.
No, wait a second. The last RV we had, the refrigerator was on the passenger side. Everything else was on the driver's side, but the refrigerator was actually on the passenger side. But I think if I remember correctly, like the water tank, the propane tank, it's like that was all on the driver's side, which now makes sense.
But I don't think those RV refrigerators are as heavy as a regular refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has a lot to play with too.
Well, especially it was also one of the, trying to think now, it was like one of the three setups, I think, or at least two, because it did run on propane and electric.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what the third one was, but oh, wait a second. It was gas, AC and DC. That's what the third one was. But yeah, that was on the passenger side. Everything else was on. No, wait a second. The propane tank itself was also on the passenger side. It was like sort of almost like right behind the passenger seat in the front. But
let's say when you're talking about bridges, you have a look at the spans of the bridges. Like you have a look at when the Sydney Opera House was built. Oh, not Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Harbour Bridge was built. The amount of steel and whatnot that was used to build that one. Okay, it bears a fair bit of weight. But there are some new bridges in Australia that have been built with probably about the same, if not longer span than that. And they're a completely different construction. They're made out of concrete nowadays, pre-stressed concrete and everything else. And it's a totally another different form of engineering. You don't need as much steel for that distance. Everything is evolved over time. I mean, look at our model trains once upon a time. They used to be just a basic shell that just looked to resemble a train. Nowadays, it's so fine that you can just about you can detail so fine on it. You can tell what everything is.
Yeah, you can't even tell how it's powered because they hid the motor so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, just recently, well, relatively recently, being in Vermont, we're very well known for covered bridges. And then it happens a couple of years ago, Hurricane Irene came along, and wound up taking out one of the covered bridges. I mean, literally just lifted it off this foundation and just went down. It went down the river for about a mile, and then all of a sudden there was a sharp turn, and the bridge couldn't make the turn. And it wound up turning into a pile of sticks. So what they wound up doing was they rebuilt the bridge.
Yeah.
The thing is, they didn't copy it. What they did was it actually wound up being a longer span, and they also made it higher because covered bridges, since they're built so long ago, they're usually height restricted. But this bridge, they used the same construction techniques. It's the same style of bridge, but they just made it longer and higher, so it could be used for modern traffic. So, is it 1:15 p.m. at your location, Artie?
Yes, it is, Derek. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is, and it looks like the sun's trying to peek through as well.
Yeah, another funny thing is I found out recently they Vermont just recently they took out and refurbished a floating bridge, which at first I'm thinking floating bridge. I was like, I didn't realize that they had floating bridges still around. But while researching that, I was surprised to find out that in Seattle, Washington, there's a floating bridge out there, which is a 6-lane highway. And it's like a 6-lane highway that's floating. Okay then. It was built, I guess, in 1990s, I think, or something like that. But I was surprised that sometimes, ancient technology is still being used.
Oh, yeah, there is. I mean, you have a look at the Airbus A380. I mean, the technology they used in there for its solar system comes back from the Roman days. I mean, how many centuries is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of those things of just because it's ancient, it doesn't mean it wasn't perfected back then.
Yeah. Mystic, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do for my 400 subs yet. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I mean, that's still way off. I'm only 355 at the moment, so it's been sitting like that for a while. So I don't know. Haven't planned on it. As I keep saying to everybody, I'm not here to chase subs. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the mateship, for the friendship, and hanging out. I'm not here for the money.
Yeah.
So I'm not pushing to get my sub count drastically up high where I'm going to make $1 million out of YouTube and whatnot, like this ugly mug here.
Darrell is not that an ugly mug.
It is to our standard. He's an ugly mug. He is. It's taking away the fame now.
I was just playing around with while you guys were taking over the show. Thank you very much. I was up here messing around with the StreamYard thing. I got it now. So I'm just like, okay.
You've forgotten how to use it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Darrell, you can do my Sunday show, your Saturday night show. You can do that on Saturday, okay? I'm taking the
yeah, I could do your show. I was just relearning. It's just been a long time since I've done this, and so. But hey, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting tired. I didn't eat dinner before this.
Like riding a bike.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's true. It's like riding. It's like riding a bike. But
Thank you, man.
hey, if you guys want to still stay up, you guys, I'll leave it running. You guys do your thing. I got to go eat some dinner. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I probably should. I gotta get up early tomorrow morning because I still work. So
yeah, well, I've got to go up the road too. I've got to go and get some pain meds. I still got these teeth out here on the right hand side. That's causing me problems. So I've got to go and get some pain relief for that to numb it down at the local bottle shop. Painkillers not helping.
Randall, you were pretty quiet tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. I let the trains run for a while, so
Yeah, they've been going good for a long time now.
Yeah, no, they've been moving right along.
Yeah.
I brought two newcomers.
You need
Well,
some.
newcomers to the channel anyway, but or to the stream. But I brought out these Walters GP9s and run them.
You need some loads
Cool.
for those flat cars there, Randall.
So what
Right.
cameras did you end up getting, Randall?
Say that again.
What cameras did you end up getting?
I didn't get any cameras. I'm using I'm still using my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is with my phone. My phone gets way too hot.
Yeah,
Mine does, but so far it's been doing pretty good. So so far, knock on wood. But
Yeah, mine too.
no, I'll stuff those engines where you get a better look at it.
All right. So, all right, everyone. I'm gonna call it quits, and I'm gonna go get some dinner. Thank you, everybody, for coming up.
Yep.
And
Appreciate it, Daryl.
Yep. Thank you for having us.
It was really fun.
AJ, you did a wonderful job tonight on that car. You're just you're a very talented young man.
I'd be sending him a plane ticket down to here for his 18th birthday, so I can buy him a beer for all the mess that he's made on your carriages.
Oh yeah.
Okay, everybody. Good night.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
guys.
See you
Have a
later.
good night, guys.
All right, everybody.
No, it's gone. No.